Oh, right. That was not our normal intro. That was a new song from the duo of Ranger and Cruz called Better Than Nothing. This is the nothing better than this kind of interesting. This is not better than nothing. This is better than nothing sacred. This is the Drunken Sacred. I am Cruise Control. And
And
I'm
I'm
drinking
Maxwell
water.
Silverhammer. Oh yeah, and I'm drinking Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, you're non-drinking ass. What are you drinking? What are you drinking on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what about Cruise Control? Cruise Control didn't introduce himself.
Yeah, I said I have Cruise Control. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking the
Oh,
agua,
okay.
the H2 Izzo, if you know the hardcore.
Well, I'm Louie Loken. I'm not drinking much better than water, so I'm drinking some ice cold Sprite.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, Sprite.
Hey,
Ah,
Sprite
man.
is good,
Sprite
man.
for the night, man.
Don't knock Sprite, dude.
Fuck.
Sprite's pretty good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sprite's pretty good, man. I mean, when it's super cold, you know what I mean? If it's hot, it's boring. It's bullshit.
Oh,
yeah. Oh
man.
God, that's well,
Hot
most soda
soda's
when
just
it's hot.
gross in general, man.
Yeah, hot soda. I can't drink soda anymore as much. I like the sugar free. I think I can't drink sugar. It's my thing.
That's probably
I
so.
eat a lot of sugar this holiday season. It's been fucking driving me batshit a little bit. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of making me like just weird. Like I just feel it now because my brain isn't goddamn numb from a lot
alcohol.
of other shit too. Yeah. Well, although I am still taking a little bit of the marijuana sometimes.
Well, hey man, it's all right.
one step at a time. But anyways, you got to find something to get through this shit year, which is almost over because it is our New Year's recap of 2023, the most buttfuckulous year in buttfuckosity.
Yeah,
go that way.
That's what it deserved right there,
For
man.
sure.
It was buttfuckulous.
And it was absolutely buttfuckulous. And by the way, Koala, who knows where she is? She might come in, but maybe she fell down a black hole because this year wouldn't surprise me if she was walking home and an alien ship just came by and sucked her up or something like that.
So, yeah. Better she fell out of the gum tree because most koalas do that anyway. So
that's exactly what they do. No, they don't. Only for
it's better than falling off a fucking bar stool and breaking your leg.
That's true. Yeah. and not even being in a bar or drunk, just falling off a fucking bar stool.
Right.
You did the shit sober.
Well, I was sober on a bar stool.
Yeah.
or my drunken thing of falling over a brick planner, at a friend's house. Of course, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
So
that was unplanned, planned.
Oh, that was bad.
That was terrible.
Yeah, Lee, come on.
That would hit the wall just like
hey,
feces on a fucking, thrown pair of underwear.
Hey, you stop
that. Is that the Mary Joanna talking or what?
That could be. It's definitely not the alcohol,
man.
But we survived the year, and quite frankly, the last month has been pretty fucking dope for me.
Actually, it hasn't been bad for me either. Yeah, it's been good.
I've had it's kind of like the year has kind of ended on a well, it's a thing. Maybe it's a relief. Maybe it's like when you have like a big shit you've got to take that's like painful, and you're just and the whole 2023 is you trying to push that thing out, and it's like really breaking your fucking cheeks open, the kind I'm talking about, when it gets stuck and you're like, oh god, come on, and you're just sweating trying to push that shit out. That was 2023, and it's finally like released.
Like the turd, finally, you took the constipation capsule.
Your butthole's
and shot
like
the turd out of your
butthole's wrung out like a whore's pussy after New Year's,
What an analogy!
Thank you. That was way better than my planking joke, isn't or whatever planning.
Planning.
Planned Parenthood.
Good. Man.
Oh shit.
Well, anyways, that first song that was on, that was called Better Than Nothing. That's the first song from an EP, 5 songs that we're putting out. Kind of demos like that me and my buddy do from his room.
Studio.
And, studio, and it's just fun to do. And so we have it there. So we're like, we're gonna release it. It's just amazing how much music you can do from home now. What you can how it sounds compared to
you don't have
good. Sorry.
So you don't have to go anywhere anymore, or even like
no
shit like what we're doing. Remember back in the day?
Oh, we had
to go to All Talk.
Yeah, we couldn't do this shit ourselves. But it's also interesting that you go, oh, the quality is not, because people are worried about the quality, and I'm like, dude, if you compare this to music from the 1970s or something like that, the quality is like people that would, if they heard it back then, they go, you did that from your house, because it sounds like you listen to like 70s music, the quality isn't nearly as good. you know,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh, dude.
professionally done.
What do they say about the Four Tops or the Temptations? One of them, they said that they would just like they would have one microphone in the middle of the room, and then one of the persons would just sing their part, and then they would come the next person would sing their part, and it was just like, pass the mic, man, pass the mic. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah.
I heard that about EPMD too. They said the same thing. It was kind of the same deal. It was just one microphone that hung down from the ceiling or some shit that they were using.
No wonder he says, I passed the microphone to so and so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were really passing the microphone back and forth for real.
Yeah, now we can actually, we can like literally change, like add doubling and reverb and all this crazy shit. And you've heard some of the stuff I've done before. It sounds pretty damn good. It sounds like it was because it's professionally recorded.
We just played, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
That's you know the quality of that. You don't.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's not like because first of all, the auto tune is amazing. Like people, I think have really been bamboozled by auto tune. Like people think that that's how people sing, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That is not how people sing, but people try to sing like that. We talked about this before. But it's amazing. Like I was watching these videos about even great singers now that actually have naturally good voices. The producers cannot help but auto-tune them. And it's like, you don't need to. The human voice, there's supposed to be imperfections in music in some ways.
That must be the thing.
The cool thing that I saw, a cool video that I saw was a guy who would take like Frank Sinatra or like Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant.
Yeah.
And like little things like that and say, oh, well, what would this sound like if it was auto-tuned? And it sounded like really robotic. It didn't sound like, because they kind of bend their notes. Both of them kind of bend a little bit.
And they got vibrato too, and vibrato is naturally out of tune. It's not naturally goes, I haven't got a lot of vibrato in my voice.
Exactly.
So
and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, they're like, so these are situations where auto-tune will not work for people. Like people who are natural singers who are really good,
Well, I think auto-tune's for people that suck, like for shitty singers to make them actually sound like they can sing.
Yeah, but it's not. That's the thing. It's not used that way. There are great singers. They use it automatically now, dude. It's part of the whole, just like smoothing out everything, or like they take drummers. Like they take drummers. That's the only thing I wish, like they take drummers and they actually
they knock down the transient response and all that.
Yeah, they do all this sorts of shit to it, and they also tempo it. They pitch it to the they put it to the tempo, so it's all fucked up. But anyways, that's our stuff, and it's all we don't use a lot of auto-tune. We and we're getting better and better. I'm working on a song tomorrow with him that I can't wait, called "Shoot a Drop." It's a new one we're working on. Shoot a
drop?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot to drop. Okay.
I thought it was shoot a drop. The shoot a drop.
Yeah, waiting for the shoot a drop. It's waiting. I thought it was waiting for the other shoot a drop. We're just going to call it, and it's basically about how humans are coming to the point where we're going to either blow ourselves up or not.
Right.
And so it's kind of like the,
it's
a very positive,
very
positive
uplifting
song. Kid.
Yeah, very uplifting stuff there.
It's uplifting. We should put that on our playlist for uplifting songs.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely.
It's uplifting and magical but anyways, enough about that. We're going to play a couple of songs throughout the night, so you'll be hearing about actually all of them. There's 5 of them, so we're going to be pausing and going back, and I'll throw it together after the fact. You guys probably won't be hearing this. This is the 30th of December for us, but you guys won't be hearing this. Whoever's listening to this out there until January 1st when we get the shit done.
Be the new year, man.
Probably
our first show of the year, dude.
2nd. I know, dude.
First show of the year.
Yeah, dude. It's our first show of the year. Even though it's not.
I think you're right, Cruise Control, about how like the middle of the year was kind of buttfuckulous, but towards the end of the year, it kind of got better. Everything kind of, my leg healed. I'm walking around like normal pretty much. I was telling Max that that the only time it really hurts and like it gives me trouble is if I'm sitting down for too long or if I'm laying down, like get up from a nap or something, or get up from sleeping.
Yeah.
I get up and I'm like, oh shit, it hurts a little bit, but then it goes away and then it's gone. And then the rest of the day, I don't feel it anymore at all. So
hey, that's cool, man.
That's awesome, man. It's also I think it's really cool that not cool, I guess, but it's just interesting how stressful, hard situations can change your life completely in certain ways, and that it's that whole stupid cliche about what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But there's a reason why it's a cliche, because it's fucking true.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what hurting my leg has done. It's actually made me a little more sympathetic for people who are like crippled or like who have, crutches or fucking walkers and shit like that. Because I'm like, damn, yeah, I know what it's like now.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to do that shit.
For me, my big change, my metamorphosis this year is because I lost.
Don't trip over plants.
Well, not only that, I had that situation, but also, I lost a few people as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've decided, well, like for the Christmas holiday for sure, I wanted to, because, in the past, I was always like, Christmas is just another day, man. It isn't shit. Just fuck it. I don't care, but now I'm like, you know what? I need to start learning how to appreciate this type of shit because, I mean, these
How
people.
dare you talk about my birth miss like that?
Hey, your birth miss, man.
That's right. Happy late birthday, Louie. I was in Vegas.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And well, I just, I was celebrating the birth of Jesus, not the birth of Louie. No.
Okay.
Is this King Louie? Louis the 15th or whatever? The 16th?
Not Mr. Loke.
Oh.
King Loke. King Loke. It's like King
Loke.
King Loke.
King T.
No, but it's just amazing how like and also just like being forced to like change your ways, like
change your way of thinking. Like for me, like I said, I'm now starting to appreciate the holiday more. And I was definitely making an effort, to do stuff with family, kind of, getting more in the holiday spirit. Because I'm like, man, you know what, motherfucker. Wow. Well, yeah, because the big mistake I always made was, they're always going to be around. They're always going to be here. They're not going anywhere. But man,
it's something that really hits you. Especially when you lose somebody close, but it also just, like I said, dealing with stress and just watching yourself. And I think for everybody out there, that I stopped drinking a while ago.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, oh, it's going to be something that you do. And I, for a little bit, I'll go back to it. But I think I'm probably done, like for good.
You seem like you're doing pretty well.
I am. And remember a couple shows ago, actually it's like 3 or 4, like beginning of, first of all, the summer was absolutely atrocious. It was one of the worst summers of my life. My birthday, like I said, and so I was dealing with all this shit, and I was learning how to deal with shit. You think, oh, I drink because it's boredom, which is sometimes partly true, but there's like underlying reasons, and you start to see them, and you start to really notice.
It's a coping mechanism that you use, but you can't use it anymore if you're deciding not to do it anymore.
And if you know what it's doing, and that it doesn't actually do it, it doesn't help you. You can't live the lie anymore. You can't go, oh well, this is actually, it's helping me when I'm, or not even helping, but I'm bored now. I just want to get fucked up, because quite honestly, there's people don't want to admit that either. They go, nah, see, I take alcohol because I like if it makes me relax. No, you want to get fucked up. You like to be fucked up. Just admit it. Admit you like to be fucking jacked. You love the feeling. It makes you, because you don't have to worry about like finding something to do. You can just drink some beers and stare at the fucking screen or whatever the hell you're doing, or just you can get whatever the hell whatever your excuse is, for whatever you're doing. But it also and so I just realized that, and it's also realized how much of a crutch it was. And for a while, you even mentioned, have you gone out and gotten some help or seen anybody? Like I think you mentioned that. Well, I didn't. And I did, but I think that certain people don't need to. And I think for this reason, I didn't need to. Like, I really feel like I've mastered a lot of different things. And I think I understand where you were coming from, because I think a lot of people do. But I also think a lot of people don't realize that if you just give yourself time, you will deal with your depression and stress. People don't want to take the time. That's why I need the medication to get rid of this. Well, no, you might just need to deal with it. You might need to deal with your fucking problems and not medicate yourself on SSRIs or anything else to get rid of the depression. There's a reason why you're depressed. There's a reason why you're anxious. Fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, and there's you want to turn it off. You want it to be over. That's
you want it's quick solutions. It's like a headache. Oh, I got a headache.
I'll take
like
this.
A headache,
I'll take this medicine or something.
I just need to take this medicine to make it go away because I have this emotional headache. No, you have issues you need to fucking deal with. And I kind of dealt with them, and it's interesting. It's interesting seeing how things have changed, like in terms of my mindset. Like the last month, I I've had some things that some very stressful things that have happened over my brother's birthday and another couple of things. And I was looking at myself and actually not going, oh God, I need this. I need to just get rid of it. I was like, why am I feeling this way? And I really started looking at why I was feeling that way. And it was kind of empowering.
Yeah, it's self-awareness, you know?
Yes. And I had it before, but now, and it's also like all these things that I learned from previous in my life that I just didn't apply are just all of a sudden now clicking because I don't have this fucking thing there anymore. And I didn't realize how bad it was. And it's, and I'm going to, and I you know, and I know I'm going a little preaching here, but it's kind of where I'm at.
Well, for me, I'm going to dial, you know, that I talked to you about this cruise control off the air, obviously. But I plan to dial back the drinking a lot myself. I'm not going to stop like you have, but I'm going to definitely cut it back to weekends like I used to, you know, instead of, you know, there were times where, oh, well, my bus doesn't come till 7 tomorrow.
There were times, let's say the last like year.
Yeah, pretty much. There were a lot of times. So
yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah. And that's the thing. I know, and I understand why people get to that religiously fucking devout, like you should never drink again. You should never, because you realize that it's shit when you completely stop. At least I do. It's shit. It's not good for you. It's not doing anything. You don't need it. You think you need it because you're used to it. Right. You don't need it even at a bar. The only reason you would need it at a bar is because you really don't care about the people that are there. And the only way you can deal with them is by being drunk.
Is drinking. Yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, I do enjoy, like you said, I like getting fucked up. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun to me.
And it's fun. And if you can control it and you can go, hey, you know, I'm going to take my, you know, but the problem is you start slipping into habits about doing it 3 or 4 times a week.
Yep.
Like you would never have thought that 10 years ago. You're like, well, no. That's not me. I do it on the weekend. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Well, creepy. And all of a sudden, 6 years later, you're doing it every other day or whatever. And you're like, oh, well, it's only every other. I still don't do it then. And then 2 weeks, you know, it's insidious shit, man.
Well, yeah, it'll start to pile up. So you definitely want to, you know, try to catch it. So, because I did, that happened to me this week. I said, you know what, instead of, and see, that was another cool thing. Like how I said, I want to enjoy the holiday this time. So instead of drinking this week, for most of the week, I stayed sober. And I tell you, I did feel good. I got to tell you, you know, I was just very clear headed.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm sharp today. What the fuck? Hey.
And, it's pretty interesting. And I also think, I'm sorry, go ahead. I started.
I was just going to say it's weird because, you know, that's what's normal. So you're thinking like you're, it's like being impressed because you put your shoes on. Oh, like, wow, you're kind of like Tarbareening yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of. It's almost like,
what does Chris Rock say? He says, I didn't go to jail. You're not supposed to go to jail.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right. It's not supposed to be part of it anyway.
You start seeing it like things start happening. Like I go to bars now with people and I just notice everyone's like, once after the show, we're going to get drinks at the bar. I'm like, we just did a good show. And I go to the bar and I can smell the beer everywhere. And I'm like, it's just weird. It's just a completely I'm
surprised you even go. Do you ever sit it out and go?
No, because I'm gonna hang out with people and have a good time. And I don't get that way. That's the thing. I've been to festivals.
You don't get triggered at all.
No, I don't want it anymore. It's like I've reached a point where I've gotten past to the whole, I'm missing out. Just like, no, I'm not. I'm going to wake up tomorrow feeling fucking great. You know, I'm going to remember everything.
I think that there's a difference between an alcoholic and an alcohol user.
Okay. What is that?
Well, I think an alcoholic can't do it without any kind of like support system or anything like that. They have to have it, because if they don't, they're going to just hit the shit again and again and again.
Right. Like they can't get off it kind of thing.
But like the idea of like you, Max, like saying that you're, you know, oh, I just decided, you know, over the holidays that I'm not going to drink, and you just did it, you know?
Yeah.
An alcoholic can't stop themselves from doing that.
Or that's
true.
Exactly. Or there's another option. There's another thing as well that you can think about. Is that they, like, you can't stop it, but I lost what I was trying to track what I was going to say.
You sure you're not drinking?
Shut up. No, well, go ahead and continue on with what you're going to. You were second about how alcoholics don't.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, like pretty much the way it goes is that, you know, alcoholics get triggered. Alcoholics, you know, they don't think the right way. They think, oh, this is going to be my way out, my coping mechanism. This is my way of dealing with stress or anxiety or depression or name it, you know?
Right.
And that's why they use most of the time. And it's like, then they go through that whole thing of, oh, I shouldn't have done that shit. And then they feel worse about it, you know?
Like, damn, why'd I do this
and
shit?
I think that an alcohol user, yeah, they do tend to get fucked up and stuff like that, but they almost have like a semblance of control over it. Like, okay, I'm going to drink like fucking 12 beers. Yeah, that's going to fuck me up, but I know what I'm doing. I know that that's what's going to get me there, and I don't go overboard. I don't say I'm going to drink 2 beers, and then you end up drinking like 10. Like that's an alcoholic, you know?
Right.
Well, I also, but I think it has to do also with I think you can be like that, but also be really, really bad and into it. I think that's the way I was, because I would never, well, not say never, but usually I'd get the same amount. I know exactly how much I needed to get buzzed. I know exactly what I needed to do, you know, and I would do that and it'd be fine. I know exactly what I could get away with, but I would still do it 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah,
at least.
it was the
or
I think
more,
it's the
or more. There's times where I did it like days straight, like a month straight or something.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, just you know.
Well, that's
but,
the fact,
but you
the fact that you're doing it, consecutively like that.
Exactly,
I guess.
and it's not like I get to the point where I'm buzzed. I get hey, you know,
Right,
but
like
I know
hammered.
I'm not going to get more than that. Yeah, definitely. You know, you can call it hammered for to a normal person. Like, for instance, you know, like Max. Obviously, you got a couple beers. You know, you drank that 30-pack's going to be gone, right?
I'm sure it'll be gone maybe by the end of the weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, I'm drinking on it tonight. I drank on it a little bit last night, so we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah,
it may hang around for a little bit. We'll see. But either way, hey man, I guess it's great.
But but I guess my point was that to normal people, to not normal people, but a lot of people, that'd be like, holy shit. Like you're drinking 30-pack in 3 days. That's like 10 beers a day, so it's all perspective, I guess what I'm saying. But
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. But I think too, as long as I've got control of what I'm doing, and I'm not stupid and I'm, not sleeping in the street or some other
individuals are different. Like you said, like you and it's kind of funny because you got control of your other habit, which you didn't think you would be able to. You were more worried about that. That's another thing that happened this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I quit dipping.
Yep.
So
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
remember?
Yeah, which is a big deal. Nicotine is a big deal. I mean, you still do your little lozenges, but
my lozenges, but that's it's not. But I've had no interest in dipping at all, like none, for real.
Good.
I mean, I've even had somebody try to tempt me, and the guy was like, "Hey, man, I got a can of fucking Copenhagen here, man." I'm like, "Oh, cool," and I had no interest, man, just no interest.
It's just funny how you start realizing once you're gone from that, how much of an impact it had in your life. But go ahead, Louie.
Yeah,
it
really did. It did. That was a big.
I'm just congratulating him on all that stuff.
Yeah, mm-hmm. yeah. Because that's shit. When was it? August? I guess August. I gave it up. So yeah, and you're right. I was scared about it at first. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be so hard, man. This is gonna suck. Oh, Jesus Christ, But hey, man, I did it. And
that's one of the surprising things about. Is that I don't, like I said, it's not this one, I mean, there's moments where I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have a beer, like after the improv shows I did this month. But then I just kind of look at it and go, just kind of examine it and just go, okay, yeah, there's that feeling there. All right, let it go.
Yeah.
And then after you get home, you're like, I'm home and I'm gonna go to bed, and you're laying down and you can remember going to bed, and you don't forget telling your co-host or that your co-host called during
oh yeah.
Shit.
I forgot about that too.
I gotta bring that shit up, man. That's just too good to pass up.
He called me, but I can't remember what the fuck he called about.
Yeah. But it's just funny how you get people. I know why people get that whole holier than thou shit going of I don't drink anymore and you shouldn't drink either because your eyes
Yeah,
open
but
up.
that's annoying, man. That's some self-righteous bullshit too.
But I don't think it's totally self-righteous. I think it's like when someone finds the light, they say they see something and they go,
what makes
wow.
it self-righteous? What makes it self-righteous?
What makes it self-righteous? Like, okay, well, maybe that's good for you, dude, but not everybody's going to stop what they're doing. Maybe the person's not ready to quit.
I know.
Yeah, but
So,
you also.
I think in another way though, it kind of brings people hope. Like, okay, that dude, he's always been fucked up ever since I've known him, and he's gonna stop now. Well, maybe I can possibly do it too.
Well, then you start
learn by watching. Don't learn by by somebody preaching at you, going, "No, man, you really got to stop, dude. I stopped. I'm Jesus in a can."
Cruise control, stop preaching,
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. Here's the opposite thing, and this is something that I don't think, Louie, you can actually appreciate because you've never drank really. You've never actually had an issue where you drank and know what it's like to feel fucked up and take 3 days to recover.
That's true.
Here's the thing. So you don't understand how much it really affects you. When was the last time, and like I said, I'm not trying to preach at you, Max, but when was the last time you took a long time off drinking, like 2 weeks to a month?
Oh God, it's been a couple years.
When you do, you realize how much it's fucking you up and how much it's fucking everybody up because it's a fucking poison.
But you're starting with the preaching again, bro.
But I'm not.
You got to back
that's not preaching though.
That
dude.
truck up, homie.
No.
I think now might be a good time to create a segment.
Yes, I think we should jump into some music.
No, we're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna end the segment. We're gonna go already. Okay.
What do you want to do, man? You want to finish?
Well, I want to finish this thought because you're wrong. I'm not preaching. I'm
you're
right. Tell me.
Right.
No.
You're
tell me.
Bag. I forgot.
No, see, that's the thing. You're getting defensive because you know that you're upset because you think I'm telling you what to do, but I'm telling you something simple here. Is alcohol poison?
Yes, it is. It is.
That's there. So doing it is. You start to see it. You think like, oh well, I didn't drink for 3 days, so I'm back to normal. You're not. That's not preaching. That's just telling you how it is, how your mind is actually reacting physiologically to the alcohol. So it's not preaching. It's like saying, well, gravity.
Either way,
you're preaching about gravity, bro. Well, you can't fly. Duh. I'll jump off this building. It's gonna hurt. Yeah. So. It's like the same thing. It's just telling you, saying like because you don't realize because you haven't taken a lot of time off, so you can't. It's personal. It's not just personal experience. Like this is the reason why people get
that's the type of shit that would make somebody quit. Like when you start talking to them like that, that's like, well,
but how am I talking to you? Am I saying you're an idiot?
It's
you're stupid. You're stupid. How?
Yeah, it's holier than that. Well, you don't realize you haven't done this, you haven't done that.
So someone says you're smoking crack. If someone says you smoke, I'll stop smoking crack. You're getting hole in your that. Well, crack's poison. It's going to kill you. Well, you're getting holier than now on me.
Well, you know what? If the person wants to do it, let them do it, man.
I know. I'm letting you do it.
People,
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying I'm saying once you stop for a month or two, you might go, holy shit, I didn't realize how much this was affecting me. That's all.
Well, just like with your dipping, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever talk to anybody about your dipping? Just not like preaching or whatever you're calling it.
No.
You don't talk about it at all?
If somebody wants to quit, if they express an interest and say, hey man, I wish I could quit this, then I'd say, well, dude, let me tell you. But for another person dipping, I'm not going to sit and interject my feelings about, hey, bro, you really should quit, bro. You feel a lot better if you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I get it. And like I said, the only reason I'm telling you this right now is to explain why I think a lot of people go that route. Because that's what I'm saying is that that's why a lot of people go that route is because they want people to understand that this shit's terrible for you. Well, and I get that you might know it, but
themselves or they won't. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, and that's true.
If you can't, like I said in my rap, man, you got to. What did I say? Something. You got to get it through experience. To hell with your sermons.
Yeah,
true. So it's one of the things, man. Like when that person comes to that point, like I did, like you and I were talking this week, and I said, yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna. I said I'm not gonna quit drinking, but I'm going to scale it back a little bit. because I need to, and you were like, yeah, dude, you'll see how you feel. And you're right. You were right. I felt great this week. And that just is more inspiration for me to cut it back and do it. Like I said, I still enjoy it. I'm not going to quit, but I'm scaling it way the hell back, dude. Just keeping it on weekends.
Yeah. And like I said, you don't need to do anything. My main point of that is that's why it's almost like a self stopping thing where I tell myself, because only reason I'm saying this is because of the perspective issue. Like I wouldn't come on here and go, dude, you just need to stop. I'm saying it's easy for people to get self-righteous because it's almost like seeing Jesus.
Yeah.
And so you got to be like, oh, whoa. It's like people that are religious, you got to fucking pull back and not fucking, because I can't stand religious people throwing their shit on me. And it's the same way. It's almost like this. It's like, holy Jesus, I want to tell everybody, just wake the fuck up.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an example. Obviously, how I lost the weight and all that kind of shit. And there's a guy that goes to the bar. I think I introduced you to him. Like you guys share a birthday, as a matter of fact. And so anyway, he's got some friends. They're a couple, and they were talking to me one time because he's pretty heavy and he's got some health issues because of it. And they were saying, hey man, do you think you could talk to Dave about losing weight and, kind of tell him the benefits and why it's good? So I tried, and I just said, hey dude, you thought about it. And he got real defensive real quick. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't. He's not ready to change his lifestyle. He's not ready to, I could say whatever I want to say.
But not to get too academic, but I was just going over this with my substance abuse group. It's something called stages of change.
Yeah.
And basically what it is like some people are in certain stages of actually changing whatever habit or addiction or whatever it is, right?
Sure.
And some people are in something called the pre-contemplation stage, which is basically like they don't think they have a problem, even though somebody else is telling them they have a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, at that point,
they're kind of, and I think that's where he is. He's like, oh, why are you talking to me about this? Because I'm not ready. He's not ready to be told this stuff.
No,
because it's like an already know thing. Like I already fucking know this.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me the fuck alone too. Like because people, because that defensiveness, you have to ask where that defensiveness is coming from. It's not all about you being self-righteous. It's about, because there's a lot of people that go, have you found God? And I go, yeah, I just deal with it. Like, oh fuck, I don't go, fuck you, bitch.
No.
And I think a lot of it has to do with people knowing, or like you said, that guy, he knows he's fucking probably gets up every morning and feels like absolute shit because he's over, because he's not working out, or
he might not, he might feel like he's happy. He might feel like he's happy. It's like, fuck you, leave me alone.
That's true.
Well,
that's very true.
And
that's where you have to go. You have to draw the line too. So
well, that's it. That's why you'd never want to preach at somebody. Go, well, hey, look at me, bro. I fucking, it's like, hey, dude, if the guy's ready and he says that he doesn't like it anymore, or I wish I could lose weight, or I wish, and starts expressing some interest in that.
Yeah.
Then I would probably go attack the subject. But other than that, man, hey, dude, you do what you want. You live your life,
right?
Yep. Live your life, man. Live and let live. So. That's
I definitely that's it's a trap too for people, like I said, because people like think, and that's one thing I can't stand, because I will never do that. I'll never go, well, I stopped, so if I can do it, you can do it too. Oh my god, I did it, or it's not about that. It's more just about like knowing, like I said, seeing how mentally and emotionally, how even like one or two drinks or one can just going through all that bullshit, seeing it's like, whoa, like our society is completely
you and I know, Cruise Control, we know that alcohol is poison, right? But to the rest of the world, or to the rest of the people who are like drinking and having a great time, they don't fucking care if it's poison. It's kind of like, I'm not to get preachy on my end, but I'm a Christian, and so I believe that anybody who doesn't believe in Christ is basically going to hell. And and
you're telling people that,
but the thing is that I was once one of them. I was once one of the people who was going to hell.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can say I was Lucifer. Right. No, but I mean, what I'm saying is like, when Christians talk about sin and that sort of thing, right? It's kind of the same thing. Alcohol is poison. Well, sin is death. You know, sin is death and hell and the grave and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, we can do that, but how does it help? I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, it helps to a point, and it helps for people who are willing and able to listen to the message.
Yeah.
But all the other people, they're not going to listen to it.
I think
there you go.
It's
the
also
willing and able.
Yeah, I think it's also self-evidence. Like, in other words, like when you see somebody, a couple of things. When you see somebody who hasn't been drinking or doing whatever the hell the drug is, and you see how much their lives have improved, it's almost like self-evidence. Like you see how much their mentality has improved and just their whole well-being. And maybe you don't see it. Maybe you like the guy he was when he was drunk. You know, fuck, this guy sucks.
You're cooler when you drank.
You're cooler when you drank. You know, and I think it's interesting. Like I said before, how you really can't know.
I'm sure I was cooler when I was not a Christian too. Like to some people.
To some people,
you know?
and that's just the way it is. That's why some people will, because people will like go, you know, you're boring, or you don't do the same things you used to do, or whatever, or you're just this, you know, whatever. But I think it's also interesting, like I said about Louie, is that you can't know really what it's, you know, what I'm saying. Not you can't know what it's like in a way, but you can't in terms of not like knowing how much it affects you. Like when you, like I said, when you realize, you go, holy shit, even a fucking drink or two a week, like our whole world revolves around this shit. And it's almost like because you've never been down that road before. So you're kind of like, the ignorance is bliss in a way. Like, I got drunk once, and that was by accident. Yeah.
So it probably wasn't even fun because you didn't intend to get drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody was giving me mixed drinks, and it didn't taste like a mixed drink at all. It tasted like Sprite mixed with a tiny bit of vodka, and turned out it was a lot of vodka mixed with a little bit of Sprite.
Oh, so you got pretty well, and that I'm sure wasn't fun once you realize, oh Jesus, now I'm fucked up.
No,
didn't intend to be.
That sucks.
It's kind of like the same thing with you, Max. How when you stopped doing dip, you realize how much your life revolved around it. You're like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
For sure.
And
but at the same time, there's still people that do it. And you know, I would never sit and just say, hey bro, you know, you'd feel better if you didn't do that, man. You know, I really don't care.
Is that how you speak to people?
Hey Brad. That sounds like the reformed druggie, you know, like they still have the stoner like way of talking, but yet they're like, oh, dude, I found Jesus. You know, whatever.
Yep. So yes, it definitely can, and I definitely can be self-righteous about it. It's just interesting, and that's the thing that's annoying is like because I think a lot of people do that for their own self worth, like they got to validate something on their end for sure. I think there are a lot of people who don't. I think there are a lot of people that actually go, wow, I just want to let people know that if you just take a month or two off and just see how you feel.
Yeah.
Wow, it's fucking great.
If I were to say, you know, I know Jesus and you don't. Wow, I'm so much better than you. That's awful.
That's terrible. And that's not going to help anything.
That actually makes you kind of steer away from it to begin with. Then you're like,
shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, whoa, you know. But if I was like, dude, I was heading down the same path. I was heading for hell. And I found Jesus, and now, you know, I'm doing this, and it could happen to you too. Then that's kind of a little bit different, right? It all depends on the way you present the message,
the way you come across,
and
you
also have to, and you have to realize that the way the reason people are telling you it is because they care about you and want you to experience the same thing that you have in terms of you know, and go, wow, this is. But you also have to you have to make sure they know that it's. You know, you're not, because a lot of times you're not doing it to be like, hey, I stopped and I'm trying to tell you what to do and I want you to see the Lord. You're like, man, this feels great, dude. I want you to feel great, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you know, and but you can only go so far.
You're right. You're right. And then we're kind of going in circles now. So why don't we go? What are we
going to jump into next?
You know what? Why don't we take the conversation to a new road and jump into the song of New Road? Which is the next song on. We're going to go in order of what's on. So this is New Road. This is about actually going down the wrong road many times. You may have heard this song before, Louie, but if you haven't heard this song, well, let's do it. So New Road. This is Ranger and Cruz. We'll be back on the Nothing Sacred, Drunken Sacred with Louie Loke and Maxwell and myself. So let's listen to it.
Yeah, bitches.
can focus on the road ahead. The rearview mirror draws my eyes. Fog rolls in and obscures the warning signs, but I doubt that I would heed them. I'm already on the path of my decline. Through my exhaustion, the streetlights look like shooting stars streaking across the sky. The road's edge is so close that I'm tempted to end this, because everything I wish for just passes by. I've been down the same road so many times, I don't know where else to go. I need to find a new road. All my baggage is never far behind. I don't know where else to go. I need to find a new streaking across the sky. I've been down the same road so many times, I don't know where else to go. I need to find a new road. All my baggage is never far behind. I don't know
All right, we are back. That was New Road from Ranger and Crude off Crude Ranger and Cruise off their new EP or whatever you call it.
Off your new EP.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, you're right. Mine and his called New Road. That was New Road, and we do have the Koala back.
Guess what? The Koala decided to join us. Hit it, Maestro.
Hit it, Maestro.
Where'd he go?
Oh. That's just the way it is.
That's your jam there. Koala.
That's your new intro song. That's your new intro song. What do you think?
She's
You like
leaving.
that?
She's gonna leave.
Got a cold. Our koala has a cold. She's a cold walla tonight.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I do like it.
it's
I like
the that's just the way it
She's
is.
like, I like
it.
Now you're going to be hearing that all night. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Koala's got a cold tonight. She's the cold walla tonight,
Yeah.
and she's drinking some hot toddies.
Yeah.
And I just got whatever. What is that? What are you saying? Hot toddy? What was the hot toddy you're drinking? It's a whiskey and tea or something.
And no, it's Bushmills, honey, lemon, and hot water.
And it
It's
sucks
supposed
that
to clear your sinuses and stuff, right?
It clears your sinuses and it'll help you pass out. And the thing that's lovely about it is it doesn't. I can't do cough medicine because it makes me speedy. So I don't like the NyQuil or any of the cough medicines. Actually, I've had to take them before in a pinch. I'll microdose them if my cough won't go away. But I hate that feeling, and it makes my blood pressure go up. And I'm one of those people that unfortunately does not enjoy those. So I just go with my grandma. Go with the Scottish remedy.
Well, sometimes you got a cold, and that's just the way it is, Koala.
Why?
No,
that's not fair.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Shut up. I hate you, you fucking asshole.
That's awesome.
So funny thing about that, Max called me. He called me about on Tuesday. He says, I have an idea for Koala.
And he's like, you did that Tuesday?
That was Tuesday. We were planning it for a minute. I was like, dude.
We had planned it for you and Cruz might have planned it for a minute. And then I was like, perfect. I'll put it on my keyboard.
We had to. Just because you hated the song so much, it was such a vehement hate that we're like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna let this roll.
I love it though. Actually, I think that actually I like. No, I don't like the song. I don't like the song.
Well, of course not.
But I like the spoof there. So I actually like the entrance. I think that's class. It's got to be my entrance.
Yes, now it is.
Nice.
This beautiful little line.
We were kind of disappointed when you first weren't on. We're like, shit, we got this all set up, ready to go.
Well, the woman cried and she had died and drank some whiskey and she sounded like she did some cocaine.
Well, now, Koala, don't you have a story? Don't you have an Uber story?
Oh, I have it. Yeah, it's an awful story. It's
the one you told me. Yeah. Let's hear that one.
Yeah. Okay, because I have it, guys. I have a transportation story. So this is
That's new.
I know. I know. So 3 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago?
Guess so. Yeah, it was about 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
it was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So I'm going to work, and I get Lyft to go to work in the mornings. So I'm like, the driver's here because it chimes, it does the thing. That's just the way it is. It does. It does the song,
Just like the song, right?
And,
Things will never be the same after this road trip.
Did we lose her?
I don't know. She dropped out for a
Oh
second.
no!
Oh, hold on. We'll get her back here.
We'll have to come back with our little intro.
Yeah, we will. Have to show some love. You can't go where the others go because you don't look like they do. Say, hell, man, how could you stand?
Sorry.
Oh, there you
Somebody
go.
was calling me, and no, somebody was calling. Am I? Hello. Oh God! Stop it! This is gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna call you.
So somebody called and it kicked you out of the
Somebody
meeting?
called and it kicked me out of the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I got
an ass ram.
I'm gonna mute my phone. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But anyway, or it's been on silent. Anyway, so I get ready to go to work, and I get this Bruce Hornsby comes on, so I know that my lift is there, and and I go outside, and there's no car, and I'm like, okay, wait. So my street is like a little, it's almost like a side street, like a driveway. Like you go up, there's like 4 houses. It's not a huge thoroughfare. It's off of a street, and so there really is not many places you can go to get lost.
Mhm.
So I'm the first house as you go up on the right. I'm number 1, by the way. So really,
first house you come to.
You can't, unless you don't know what the number one is. Yeah, you really can't get lost. And so I'm like, oh, and then I hear this car up the street, and I thought, because there's some guys doing construction work over where my landlords need it done on the other side of the street. So I'm like, okay, well maybe there's some reason the driver went up the street. So I walk up, and this woman, she, and they're like, well, Esther is going to leave soon. They do a lift, and so I walk up, and she's all of a sudden, this woman, you need to get away from the car. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know who you are, but I'm assuming you're my crazy lift ass driver. So I'm like, are you Esther? Yes. I'm like, you're supposed to drive me. And she's, no, I am going to leave now. And I'm like, what? No, because you did not come on time. I am leaving now. It is 5 minutes. I am leaving now. And I said, well, you were not parked in front of the address. I had to go find you. So no, I am leaving, and you should have said that you couldn't see. It is unsafe.
Wow.
And then she drives away. I have my hand on the fucking car, and she starts driving away.
Wow.
I step
Unsafe,
back.
huh?
Yeah, I step back. Now,
I guess that's just the way it is.
now what I'll tell you is, since I got hit by a car in a crosswalk when I was doing everything that was safe, that triggered all. And I don't talk about triggering, but I'll tell you, PTSD got unleashed at that moment, because I freaked out. I was like I totally screamed at her, and I'm like, get your ass back here. And she did. And I was like, you don't ever do that. How dare you even get behind the wheel? Like, I was just unlocking on this woman. and then, the ride gets canceled. They charge me for it. I rebooked the ride because I still got to get to work. And she's like, are you ready to go with me now? And I'm like, not you. I'm like, I'm not going with you.
Fuck you.
So it
bitch.
picked her because she was closest, huh?
Yeah. And then I looked at the timing, and I'm like, oh, fuck it. And I opened the door. I said, all right, well, I got to get to work because, so that's the only reason I'm going with you. I'm like, can you drive effectively? And she's like, I can drive. And she, to her credit, she did fine. But, and we get to the drop off point, and I'm like, are we at blah, blah, blah? And she said, yes, we are right in front of. I'm like, oh, good. 1 out of 2 is not bad. I guess you can sometimes get addresses right. Like, I was just mean. And,
I love it.
I get out of the car, and she's like, you are not a nice person. And I'm like, well, you're a terrible driver and you should never be driving anybody. You should always tell people that you cannot see. We are trying to keep you safe and da da da. And I said, no,
What the fuck does that have to do with anything, though?
I said, you know what you're trying to do is have a job and you can't speak English.
I think the problem was that I think that the problem was that she didn't look like you do.
Hey, oh man, how could you stand to think that way?
Well, anyway,
Oh my gosh.
all right, I'll let it, no more of that. No more of that.
No, I mean that was terrible. So I said, well, I'm gonna complain. Oh, I will explain to them. They will understand. The company will understand. And so I just said, oh, really? So I was standing in the door of her car. I said, I'm going to take a little time and do it right now before you do. So
You should have took her in the back and let the livestock fuck her.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I should have taken her in the back and let the livestock fuck her because
Damn.
I was
You
like
did the right thing.
vibrating.
You beat her to the punch. You beat her to the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the most horrible thing ever. Like driving. If I had not, honestly, I'm not being dramatic. Had I not, because I was right in the doorway, if I hadn't stepped back when she was driving away, she could have rolled over my foot.
Oh yeah. Oh, all kinds of shit.
So,
your hands on the car.
How does she know that you can't see, or whatever, that you have a visual impairment?
I had my cane.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, because you don't use Vassar anymore, huh?
No, I don't have Vassar's retired.
That's right. That's
so
right.
well, God forbid I would have had Vassar. She would have had all kinds of issues with that.
Oh, then she'd pop the trunk and say, "Put it
Yeah.
in the trunk."
She'd get out a knife and fork. No,
right.
Actually, well, that's interesting.
I've had an Uber driver one time tell me, because I walk around with a cane, and he said, "I'm not prepared." I'm like, dude, I'm just a regular person. I'm getting in your car. Let's roll. We're out, man.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Man.
I'm not
You don't
prepared.
know
I'm not prepared, bro.
I'm not prepared.
Damn.
I'm not prepared. I can't handle you,
I'm not
man.
prepared for your blind ass.
I wasn't thinking you'd get in my car and like spill your disease all over it and shit,
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, dude, I'm getting in your car. I'm folding my cane and we're rolling out. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
then-
oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So he took you then, right? That guy took you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was great. He was great. It was just he wasn't he wasn't ready for a blind. He wasn't ready for a blind person. He just wasn't ready for it.
That's funny.
He
I'm
was like,
not prepared.
what the hell?
Not prepared.
I was not prepared.
Well, you prepared to get fucking
It's like
blocked on the app then?
it's like you're saying, "Oh my God, I can't deal."
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah.
You're blind.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Well, I
I'm not prepared. See, I wish that would have happened. That I can do.
Right.
I'm not prepared. I would have been like, oh, I know, baby, you're not. But
You have no idea, bitch.
well, you know what? Some drivers have Uber shuffled me because of that. They've seen the cane and they've driven right past me. I've been told that before.
That's why I don't tell people that I'm blind, because some Uber drivers assume that if you say you're blind, you have a dog, and certain cultures don't like dogs. And so if you get certain people who
love dogs.
certain cultures do,
there are
the
delicacies
small
in some
ones.
cultures, you know what I'm saying?
but
Certain
like,
countries really
so
like
much
dogs.
they eat them.
Yeah, they like
That's
him
what
with the
I'm
side,
saying.
but they like him with a bottle of Chianti and some
Yeah.
fava beans.
fava beans, yeah.
And some papa beans.
Oh, I ate his poodle with some fava beans.
Yes, there's poodles
And
with
I-
noodles.
Yeah,
Poodles with noodles.
Noodles with noodles. No, but there are some that actually will block you because it's she's blind. I don't want to pick her up. She probably has a dog.
Yeah,
and it happens. So and why would I even say it? I'm like, I'm in front of blah 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 store in a green jacket. Like it's how many people are standing there, right? I don't
Right.
need to tell you shit. So, and then also I'm at one blah 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 terrace where I live, and there's 4 houses. I'm the person outside.
Right.
Yeah.
The one person standing outside must be the person taking. It's like the Sesame Street. One of these things just doesn't belong here. Come on,
Yeah.
can you tell me which one?
well,
I mean, unless you're
thing
picking up
about-
the gardener.
I was
the
mowing
thing
the
that
lawn.
the thing I do with Uber and Lyft is that I always have my phone out. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
your phone.
there's only one dude standing there with a fucking phone who's looking to see when they're going to show up. Of course, it's got to be him.
Well, I had a moist back border hopper a few weeks ago that he was my Uber driver. And
wait.
Don't. No. Let it go. Keep going.
Okay.
Just let it go.
This is the part of the show where we get
Please
wild,
let it
ladies
go.
and gentlemen.
Getting wild with them Miller Lights, bro. He's getting hardcore.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm drinking, by the way. I'm drinking Miller Lite.
Dude, he's
Miller Light.
He's
Oh,
gonna
dear.
turn on some yacht rock and start beating some ass.
Hey,
Watch
listen,
out.
I like some yacht
That's
rock.
what I told him when he first announced it too. I was like, "What the fuck?" You're drinking
There's
Miller
music
Lite.
in the air and lots of love in the air.
Yeah,
Give me the night.
Just give me Miller Lite. Give me Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
Give me the
So
light.
anyway, this moist back border hopper, I go out, his engine's running. I tap on the window and I said, "Are you here for Max?" And he goes, No, I'm not here for you. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then it says my driver's there. So I call my driver and the motherfucker answers. And I said, I said, "Are you here for me?" He's like, "Yes, I'm here for you." And then he pulls out and I said, and then I get in the car. I said, "You told me you weren't here for me." And he was like, "I thought it was a scam." And I'm like thinking, the only thing that's going to be scammed is your
Wait.
fucking tip, dickhead.
Why would you think the phone call wasn't a scam, but the tap on the door by the guy with the cane was?
Yeah, exactly. The guy with the
That
cane.
actually is the exact reverse of reality.
Yeah.
What
And it was
I
like,
don't understand is like,
What kind of scam would it be?
okay,
yeah, exactly.
I
Like,
get
we're
it.
here to
I
rob
get it
the
that
Uber driver.
but I get it that Uber and Lyft are for people who don't have cars or people who just want to just get around real quick or whatever.
Right.
But wouldn't you think that blind people of all people would probably use that service because we don't have a fucking car?
Right.
Like,
Most
it-
blind
I would
people,
think they do.
No.
Yeah,
I would think.
we'd be the biggest users of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it kind of make sense that it probably wouldn't be a
Well,
scam?
here's-
Like, yeah.
No. Here's
No.
the funny thing about that. The one time when Vassar was still my dog was still working, I had somebody who charged me a $50 cleaning fee
Oh,
for
hell
my
no.
dog shedding, and I disputed it and I got it reimbursed. So I'm like, no, fuck that. And she, didn't want to take him anyway. But I went on their, observe our service animal policy. You watch this video. This is our training policy for our drivers. It is the most condescending piece of shit that has ever been published. It was like,
I'd love to watch
you're
it.
more likely to have a famous person come in your car as a paparazzi than you are to have a service animal come in your car. However, if you do, this is what you do. And it was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it was so bad.
Well,
They're a shit can company.
what this makes me think about is 6 months without drinking. No, I'm kidding. No.
We just
So
went
with
there.
Are you gonna start
that's my
tonight?
point.
You missed that already. Thank God.
That was my
Koala.
thank God you missed it. Oh God, he was happy for his life and felt good about things and wanted to express
Yeah, well,
himself. Fuck that.
we've been hearing it all year, man. So hey.
I know it's terrible. But anyways, no, what I was
Is
gonna
it
say.
6 months?
Yep. So it's gonna be 7 a couple months.
Yeah,
so.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was like
Yeah.
in June or
You know, a
That's
year is
right.
bad when it causes you to change your life completely. That's how bad this is. Fucking this year was. No, but I was gonna say, what I was talking about was like the idea of like keeping you safe. Like that's like the biggest fucking thing that people like. When it's a big thing for psychologically manipulating people. Oh, we just want to keep you safe. It's like everyone needs to be safe.
Well, that was the
Oh,
COVID.
we're
COVID
not
bullshit.
safe. We're not
yeah.
safe.
And like you're gonna go. Well, thank you very much. I would thank you, but why?
You looking out for me.
Safe.
Yeah.
Oh, like she's like, mommy, you're gonna try to keep because the big dark outside world where there's things like curbs and cars and fresh air and people.
Rocks. Can't forget rocks. The rocks are out there
Asshole
too.
people that drive the cars and
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
Trying to
that's
keep
the
you
worst
safe
part.
by having. What if your hand was hooked onto the fucking car for some reason? You were dragged along and
oh my god.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would have fallen over, like the car
That's
moving.
what I thought. That's what I thought you were doing. That's what I thought had happened. And I was like, no, that couldn't have possibly happened like that.
No,
Yeah, it's like
but I did have my
dumbasses.
hand on the handle. I did have, but I let go of it miraculously.
Well,
But
boy.
you know, this ass fuck.
Damn.
You know, the thing is, like this. Oh, I'm keeping you safe. No, you're not. You're actually a piece of shit. Saying something that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
that was super dangerous to pull off like that as
Yeah,
you're
that was
holding
even
on
more
to the
dangerous.
handle. If
But
you're
my
worried
point-
about people being safe.
Yeah, under the
and
guise
I
of
get-
we have to know you can't see to keep you safe. Well,
Yeah.
you just drove the fuck off with my hand on the car, so that's a little more dangerous.
And what I don't like is here's the thing. I have no problem with foreigners. I really don't. I have a problem with foreigners who come here,
sick.
don't learn the language, don't understand the culture, and then throw it back to like when they fuck up, they blame you.
Right, it's something you
Like,
did.
you know
You're an
what?
asshole.
No. And it happens from people that are not foreigners too, but it just I just get a little, you know, a little
but-
jazzed up on foreigners too.
Yeah,
Oh, of course.
exactly.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it's
jazzed
good to get
up.
annoyed with them.
Hey,
Hey, you know, it's
this sounds it's a great thing. I get jazzed up like foreigners.
I get jazzed up.
well, you know,
The jazz,
Hey.
they get me all riled up. Those foreigners.
They
call
get
those called it's
foreigners
called
up.
open borders. We gotta love them. You know.
Yeah, we're going.
Well,
love our
I'm
open
Mexican
borders.
American, and I still think the same way that you guys do. So
The
Well,
important word in
that's
there
the thing
is
because you are you're a person who actually has a mind that is thinking, and you're well no,
well, thank you,
no.
Koala.
yeah, even though you're Mexican American.
I didn't say even though.
Even though you're a fucking
No, that's not what I meant. No.
She's just trying to keep you safe, Louie. Don't worry.
you're safe space, man. You're foreigner safe space.
No,
So INS will come get you.
oh, God.
Don't worry.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant because you're not using it as like a, you're not falling. There are
You know
people
what?
that who
This
do.
is
They
what
fall
you get.
back on the language.
That's here we go. That's just the way it is.
That's just
not
the way
it'll
it
never
is.
change.
Things will never change.
Wait, how do we do it in Spanish?
It's that's just the way it is.
Esto es. No, wait, how do we?
Things will
I'm
never
trying to-
change.
No cambia.
Oh, I don't know how you'd say it in Spanish. I'm lost there. That would have been yeah.
No, but people do like it, whether they're from China or whatever the fuck.
Say
You know,
things will never change.
change. Things will never change.
Change.
Things never
Change.
change. Things will never change.
That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. I'm
It's
trying
the
to
way,
keep
the
you
way, the way,
safe.
the way it is.
Now, how does a Mexi melt say it?
Oh, just the way I did it right there.
That's just the way
it is, senor.
is. Oh,
Things will
something
never
will never
change.
change.
Hey,
God,
you
he's
can't
like,
go where the English go because they don't speak your language. Say,
We
hey,
try
old
to
man,
keep
how
you
could you
safe.
That's just the wrong language.
But
Well,
he says that a Mexi melt it sounds like they're crying or something, right?
Oh no!
Yeah, it's like
man,
Poncho.
no,
It's seriously like Poncho on the Cisco
no,
Kid.
I know what? No.
Cisco Kid?
It's Poncho on the Cisco Kid. Yeah.
Oh, Pancho. Yeah. Oh, yes, senor. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah. That is the worst. Okay, how do you even get away with that character? Like that Poncho on the Cisco Kid is amazingly horribly. It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, Cisco, and he's.
What about Speedy Gonzalez? Remember Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah.
You know, like there's no way they could have him today. The woke
Well, and
folks would have-
Tonto had to be fucking the Lone Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
You know, they had a relationship because Lone Ranger never had. No, this is getting controversial, but Lone Ranger never had a girlfriend.
And he wore a
Never-
mask a lot.
He
Oh,
wore a
that's
mask, and he's always camping out with Tonto.
Was he the Schlong Ranger?
and
maybe he was a fur. What do they call those fur people or
Oh, the
furry
furries.
people?
The furries, yeah.
might have been a furry. Might have been a furry.
No, because then he'd be into Toto, not Tonto.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
think he
true.
was into Tonto. I think and Tonto
He
definitely
wanted
Anyway,
him.
Schwanzio.
I watched the. By the way, speaking of Toto, I watched the Wizard of Oz over Christmas break. And that movie is fucking weird, dude. Just the way they speak.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the way Dorothy talks, it's just like weird. Like, oh, Toto.
I
We
think
knew
man.
she was like 11 years old.
I know, but I'm
were
talking
you on
about.
the Mary Joanna when you were doing that? When you were
Come
watching it?
on now, you no.
Actually,
No.
you know
What
what
are you
I watched?
talking about? Let's
what
go to
else
our
I-
next song.
Okay,
No.
Here's another thing.
I have. There's a comic, Louis C.K. And
Oh, yeah, Louis C.K.
He talks about I guess his name is Ray Fulcher or whatever his name was, who played the Scarecrow, and he says there's this part in the movie where he says, first they throw my legs off and they threw them over there, and then they take my arms off and they threw them over there, and he's like,
Yes.
what the hell? And he's like, Ray, yes. He's like, oh, never mind. I guess we're gonna keep that take. You're just normally like that.
Yeah, that movie is it's just so weird, but it's amazing for its time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just amazing how many things you still see in movies that they had in that movie. And that movie is like 100 years old.
Oh yeah,
and it's
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. But some parts of it are weird, like the Yellow Brick Road, it's weird.
well, I mean, the whole
Lions
thing
and
was
tisk
weird.
and bears. Oh my.
Yes, that part was
Or the witch
stupid.
with
That's
all
when I
her
turned the channel.
monkeys, whatever the fuck they were, monkeys or bees and all kinds
Yeah,
of
the
other shit.
winged monkeys.
She's
That-
like
Winged
a
that
voice
is
monkeys,
too. She talked like this. Oh my gosh, how you doing? I think
Yeah.
the woman who in the beginning who wanted to kill Toto, we're gonna destroy your dog. Like
Oh, yeah.
destroy.
That was
They were gonna destroy
It's gonna be
Toto.
destroyed.
That was
destroyed.
Was that
It's like-
the
And they
lady?
let her, and they let the sheriff.
I know the
go
mom and
against
dad
the
are
law.
like, well,
we
bye,
can't go
Toto.
against the law. Yeah.
Like,
Say it, Toto.
It's
Sorry,
so
Toto.
fucked up.
It's been nice.
and then
to
an
know ya.
Uber car comes
And
up
then-
with some woman
And
inside.
she drives off with him, not the sheriff. Like the lady who's gonna have it done, she takes him. Like,
Yeah.
well, that's
Really?
just
I don't
weird.
remember that part of that's in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
that's
she
what
ends
happens.
up being
I've
the
seen
witch
it,
in
so-
the drink.
yeah, we're gonna have you destroyed. Then she handed her to an Uber driver that went to Koala's beforehand.
It was
Yeah.
the was she
Yeah.
she was a Dune Coon, wasn't she?
Jesus Christ.
Your Uber driver? I think you said she was Arabic or something, right?
Well, whatever.
She was from somewhere in Africa. That's the
Oh,
But
in
anyway,
Africa.
um,
You said place where they drink their urine and bathe in it later. I got you. Okay.
Well, I mean, all I know is the accent. That's,
no,
that's all
they
I
just
got.
take him
That's all
out
I
back and let the livestock fuck up.
Yeah, the place
She
where they
didn't
take him in
say
the back
some
of a
things never
livestock.
changed, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
She
Some
was not a
things never
Mexican.
change.
Well, the way that you did the accent, I thought she was like Russian or something.
I don't know. I mean,
she was
Russian or
She was definitely
Turkish or
Russian.
some shit like that.
She was definitely Russian to
Turkish.
judgment.
Oh, it could have been Turkish, I guess.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'd Turkish. I'd take that bitch on right away.
So, what was I gonna say? Well, I lost my train of thought. Now we're talking about Uber drive. Oh, speaking of movies, another movie I watched this week was Butterflies Are Free.
Oh, that's a great. We watched that before.
I know, but I hadn't seen it since we watched it back in '98 or whenever the fuck it was.
Okay, so what do you think about that movie now? After
Dude,
what, 20
let me
years
tell
later?
you, it's interesting. Well, first of all, here's what's wild. Societies are still doing and saying the same dumb shit that they did 50 plus years
Now,
ago.
do you know that movie? Do you guys know Butterflies Are Free with Goldie Hawn? You guys
are you
have
familiar
ever?
with
No.
Oh,
It's
we gotta
actually
watch it.
it's about a blind dude and a chick and
Oh,
Goldie Hawn.
dear God.
But
Oh,
it's
a good movie.
It's
Is it good?
really it's done because in the 70s. So that's when they actually thought about people as even blind people as that was when people
Because they were
started
trying to
realizing blind
raise
people were
awareness.
people.
Except there was some face feeling shit in
Yeah.
there that I was kind of like,
But overall, I don't know if you know about the movie. Have you ever heard of that, Louie? Butterflies Are Free?
what did he drop out?
Did he
No.
go?
Oh,
No,
there he is.
I haven't heard of it.
Never heard of it? Okay, maybe he was
Nope.
hitting the blunt.
Oh, you came on with it. You got off the phone, I think, and came back on the other
Oh,
one.
he cut out for a second. Yeah. No, you guys, you should
Yeah,
check
I
out.
was eating something.
How about
Oh,
this?
I got you.
How about
Okay.
we go on to our next song, and then we'll come back and talk about that. And
That Butterflies Are Free?
The
Okay.
Butterflies Are Free. So the next song is The Battle. And it's our third song. It's about being with somebody, and you'll fucking listen to it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not listening to it. It's The Battle.
Just fucking listen to it.
This is the drunken
Okay.
sacred drink rap with the Koala, Maxwell Silverhammer, Cruise Control, and Louie Loke.
Oh,
Battle,
yeah.
Ranger and Cruise back in a few.
Dude.
Bitches.
Smoke and scream fill the air. Chaos fills the streets. Two lonely soldiers on the brink, until our eyes finally meet. We shared our strength, forged a bond, surviving until the dawn together. An army of two, stranded on the front line. The horns have blared, the flag's been raised, and it's finally time to raise our swords, don our shields, charge onto the battlefield together. Join me in the battle, warriors bound in love and life, just us in the foxhole. We got each other through the fight. Our cities are under siege. The enemy is on the move. We've been through fire, walked through ash, and tasted blood. Yet I'm still walking right next to you. You got my back, I got yours, standing tall against the horde together. Forever. Join me in the battle. The world has become a war zone. We're building a stronghold to protect our hearts and home.
Join me in the battle. Join us again. We're back here with the nothing sacred, drunken sacred. What the
That's
fuck we're
us.
called? The drink rap, the
something
fucking
sacred. What the fuck?
something sacred. We should drink
Something
something.
sacred.
We're something. That's for sure. You know.
Is it just sacred? What are we?
Yes.
What are we? I don't know.
We're
We
something
are what we
sacred.
are.
So you guys should definitely
That's just
check
the way
out.
it is. Sacred show.
That's just the way it
Yeah.
is. That's
It's the
just
Hornsby
fucking way it
sacred
is.
Hornsby sacred. It's
Well, you know, if it's any consolation, I hate that song by Celine Dion. That's the way it is.
that's the way it is.
I hate every song by Celine Dion.
I like some of her older stuff, like
Yeah, like
no, you don't.
where-
No, you don't. No, you don't.
oh,
No.
come on! Like
Yes,
if
we
there's
do.
any other way,
Oh, that's a great song.
that's a great song. Yeah, nothing broken but my heart.
You don't like
Where does our heart beat now is a great song.
one-
That's
the
an
one-
amazing
the one I
Yeah, Where's My
actually
Heart Beat
hate-
Now?
the one I actually hate from Celine Dion is the one that everybody loves from Titanic.
Oh,
You're far away. Oh, God.
Oh, that song. Oh no. Here's another one. I guess she didn't originally do this one, but this is all by myself.
Oh yeah, that's an original.
I wanna be
Actually, you know what, guys? I think it's the Titanic theme, or what something. But Air Supply originally did it, and she redid it. I think it's the Titanic theme. So
No, near far
Air
wherever
Supply?
you are is the one that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, because there's an air.
My
Okay.
hands on your car.
I'll admit this, folks.
I
I do have Air Supply's greatest hits, and they do have a song that they redid.
Your eyes, would you feign my dreaming and dreaming?
Hey, that's a dope ass song. Close your eyes, I want to ride the skies in your asshole.
Oh God.
So, anyways, butterflies are free. So,
Okay, butterflies are
So
free.
you said because I remember the first time for some context when Max and I lived together. I think didn't I
During
I
your
think I-
relationship.
You suggested it. You told me to watch it. And you said,
During
dude, you gotta watch
your-
this movie. And so it's about this. He's a blind dude. He's living on his own. He's got an overbearing mom that doesn't like the fact that he's living on his own. She wants him to move back home. That's part of it. Well, while he's living in this apartment, he meets this girl that falls for him.
hippie chick, and she's hot. Goldie Hawn was this hot.
Oh, Goldie and Goldie.
Oh, and this is like 1970.
Here's the thing,
she's
though.
Smoking.
All the shit that she was saying, though, like all the blind, like when she'd apologize for saying "see" and "look," and just like really, I'd go, "What the fuck?" But I loved his responses when he'd say, "What are you talking about? I never overcame anything. I was born this way," things like that. So he was very good at informing her. However, I myself, putting myself in that position, I think I would have kicked her the fuck out in the first 30 seconds because that would have just annoyed me too much. I'm like thinking, I don't want to hold your hand and have to babysit you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about that. Like people making dumbass blindo comments. I don't have the patience or the time to sit and hold your hand and show you right from wrong, as it were. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Well, I think
Who else is gonna do it though?
yeah.
It ain't gonna be me.
It's a different. It was a different time too, where that was like it's like almost like there was more patience involved in stuff. Because people didn't. You should like now. I mean, it's been 50 years since really blind people haven't been in institutions like consistently.
But you see that some of the same shit that they were saying to him back then. People say it to me now.
More so now, and I'll tell you why.
Because of
I'll tell you why.
Sensitivity bullshit. Yeah.
Nobody fucking holds their hand. Like my boss did it to me a couple weeks ago. We were out drinking some wine and having a good time. And I said something about seeing. He's like, I always take a back step when you. And I appreciated it when he said it. He's like, I always take a back step when you say that because you say it, and then I think, wait a minute, why would you say it? And I said, it's a colloquialism. And he got it. He's like, yeah, it's a fucking colloquialism. Because I said, when you say I'm gonna go run, I'm running along, do you go on a jog? No, you just go take off and do what you're doing. Like that's all that is. So
that's a
get
brilliant
off
analogy.
Or jump in the shower. Do you literally jump into the shower?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm like, you talking
you guys,
colloquialisms
wow.
all the time. And I said, you and I both operate the same way. And so I said, here, if I said, I'm going to go tap on my phone, wait for it to tell me what it needs to do, and then swipe to the right until it gets to the line where it's going to tell me what it says, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I already fell asleep. I'm like, right.
Right. It's too
So
much.
I'm just going to go look at my phone. I got it. But people don't feel comfortable enough, like he did, to just say. That always takes me, that always, I don't understand why you say that.
Right.
Because
right.
you can't see. And, and people don't, because they're so afraid, because we're all such snowflakes.
And they're going to get in trouble for it. They have to be these
like you're going to get mad and you're going to.
Oh, I could have sued him for that. I could have totally sued him.
Especially at work, right? Especially at work.
Yeah. And with a guy who's your boss.
People are.
Yeah.
No, but people really tippy toe over that shit because they're like, oh, I could get in trouble with HR. I don't want to do that. I don't want to say something.
Right. Say something
that's going to piss them off. Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes people will say some shit that's totally fucking offensive, and you're just.
They always do.
Right, and it's almost
but it's not deemed as offensive. It's not considered offensive. That's the funny thing about the way that we think nowadays.
Yeah,
is that there are things that are totally offensive, but they're not
deemed
classified as offensive, and so you can say them. I've had people do that all the time. Where I'm like, oh, you just totally offended me. But they didn't say something that's classified as offensive.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I had a guy one time.
Here's an example. Here's an example for me. Like, so when I was going back to work, I was using a wheelchair to move myself around for a little bit because my leg was jacked. And one of my coworkers, they said, man, this would be very funny, but we need to talk to Louie Loke about this. And I was like, what do you got to talk to me about? And they said, we got a video of you rolling around in your wheelchair. Can we put the music? They see me rolling, they hating. I was like, hell yeah, do that.
Yeah, well, that's funny. Yeah. That's funny though.
Yeah, you know but they were like having to. They felt like they needed to. They felt like they needed to like run it by me before they did
before you did it, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but here's the thing.
And they know me pretty well. They know that I'm a sarcastic, crazy person. Like of course I would love that shit,
Oh, of course.
But they felt like, but since they were at work, they felt like, oh, let's not get ourselves into trouble. But it's so funny. And I think he'll think it's funny too. But let's run it by him anyway. Just make sure, cover our ass.
Well, okay. Like I had a boss years ago. They wanted me to braille the newsletter that we send out, for our braille patrons. Well, the embosser I had was not set up to do that big of a job. You know what I'm saying? It was for little shit, painting, a few pages or whatever. Well, my boss didn't get that. So I printed it out. This guy complained. It was another blind dude. He's one of these NFB assholes that, has to make trouble and bitch about, well, it printed on half the page and then it goes over to another page. Well, she didn't understand this shit. She just thought it was a complaint. I fucked something up, whatever. And so then she goes, in the future, I want 2 people to proofread the Braille newsletter before it's sent out. And I said, well, are you going to send my assistant?
Who are you going to find?
Yeah, I was like, you're going to send my assistant to Braille classes? So here was her response. She said, like, you don't know any blind people. And I'm like, whoa.
I mean, you do, but that's not the reason. That's not the purpose of it.
Right.
But
totally fried her
but
with
actually, you could have, and you should have, because honestly,
I should have.
I don't know any blind people here.
Yeah, like you don't know any blind people.
If somebody said like, oh, and I've had people, oh, blind people are great massage therapists. I'm like, really? I've known some shitty ones, but like, I don't know any blind people here. I really don't. I could not pick up the phone and just be like, let me pull up my blind directory,
my source
out
directory.
Here. Oh, here's a blindy. Like you can't, like, why would you assume? Because actually, the beginning of that problem was not how employers don't handle things. Like the beginning of it was, oh, let's figure out what went wrong. Let's put 2 people on it. because they don't want to admit something went wrong.
Yeah.
But then they're going to have a solution.
Well,
to
something
give.
they didn't
And
understand.
it's a bullshit solution. Well, but that happens all the time in the world of the job. And
But
because
they also don't understand that people like that person who's making the complaint,
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna
complain
always
about
find
anything.
something to complain about.
they
They're
don't
gonna
care
find
about that.
something to complain about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way,
Yeah,
he was going
I
to find
know.
something to bitch
And,
about.
and there's a balance though, also of getting back at people and saying, like, obviously you could have taken her, but she was just being offhand with you, which in a way is also a sign of respect, because she's not actually thinking that you're a fucking retard. Like, well, you got to know a blind person. Oh, because if you go, because what the way I like the way that that you handled it, Koala, with your boss, is that you understand. It seems like you understand having a relationship with him where you respect him, and you have a strong relationship, and he's a smart person. So instead of going at it and like saying, "Hey, you can," like getting or just dismissing him, being like, "Oh God, he's making that stupid fucking statement again." You've said, "No, I'm going to try to explain it to him because I respect his ability to understand what I'm trying to say, and I actually think he'll actually listen and take it to heart and go, oh, I get it."
Yeah, exactly, because that's the thing is that when you don't do that, it furthers that whole idea too that people need to be taken care of and
I got
pampered, and also that fear of offending somebody causes relationship, because that's why we have no communication skills, because everyone's afraid of saying the wrong thing to people.
Yep. The kid gloves bullshit. I rather
handle it. If you tell them that
gloves.
and go, "Hey, this is how," you don't go, "I was offended," because the thing is, even if you are offended, so fucking what?
Right. Who
like
cares?
You just deal with it. Okay, he offended me. You're not going to go, "You offended me now," because being offended is so terrible.
Well, we have a guy that actually is one of my boss's friends. That is just fucking funny, and it offended a client of mine. But then I rescued it because the guy is sitting at this table that we have, and this guy, he's a big guy. Like he's way overweight than he should be, and he's tall. He's a big ass guy, and so he's sitting at this table, and I go, and I try to walk around him, and I run into the chair. And he's hilarious. He's like, "Can't you see where you're going?"
Well, of course, you guys are cool.
Yeah. And so my client just looks at him like, "I'm gonna punch this asshole in the face." And I'm like, "Fuck you! Why don't you just scoot your chair in?" "Oh no, you can't."
See, but it was you guys were going back and forth. It was fun.
Oh yeah,
and it was
everybody laughed because it was an awkward moment for like 2 seconds. I'm like, scoot your chair in. Oh, I'm sorry. I remember.
But it's just sad that people. That's how everyone thinks, and the problem is that a lot of people like people to feel that way. They love it when they're all walking on eggshells around them because it's a form of fucking power. So they love that.
That's true.
Well, I might offend this person.
You're scared to offend me and upset me, aren't you?
I'll show him. He knows that he can't say the wrong thing to me.
Right. Yeah. Are people who get offended for you? Like it's not even their battle, but they're all of a sudden like, "Hey, dude, I'll beat his ass, man." I used to have friends that would, well, actually the bartender, now one of the bartenders at the bar I like to go to, his name's Danny. And when I'm walking around, he'll say, "Watch your step, Max." And I'm sure there's some fucker somewhere like giving him a dirty, like, "Dude, that's fucked up, bro. I'll beat your ass, bro. After the next shot of Crown Royal, I'm kicking your ass." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot of posturing too, because This is fucked up, man. It's just fucked up that our communications are so fucked bad, and it's because people are trying not to offend people. So instead of offending people, they won't say anything at all. They won't have conversations, and they won't actually reach out to people to show them and show them the way, but tell them, "Hey, this is how that is." And not because you're a fucking retard. Of course I say "see" all the time, dummy. It's just, "Hey, this is and he goes, "Oh, I never thought of it that way."
Well, because people don't, and that's really fair. Like for someone to say, "I don't understand why you do that." Yeah, that's actually totally fair because
and
obviously they don't
mind. Well, I don't mind questions, but I do mind questions that are loaded with assumption. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like where somebody thinks they know already before they ask you. So like they'll say, "Well, who organizes your money? Does your mom do it for you?" Right away they assume that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you laugh, but that's somebody said.
No. I understand. I laugh because I understand. That's when you come up with a story.
Yeah, but that's like, to me. Okay, so there's borderline like shit like that. I think that would offend me.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I get offended by everything, because I don't.
Right.
But that shit, that's just like being condescending. Like, fuck you. Does your mom manage your fucking money, you bitch?
Exactly. And that's exactly why it offends you. Because you know why it offends you? Because it would offend anyone.
Yeah.
That's why. Not because you're white, because it would offend anyone, and he wouldn't say it to anyone. That's why but that's like a hey.
But yet they don't think twice about saying it. That's what's crazy.
Well, that's when you come up with a story.
Right.
You have a real fucked up, make them feel bad. Like, my
mom's dead.
She used to organize my money.
Or
took it and went out to the bar, and and then I had to go turn me out.
My pimp organizes my money. See, I got into prostitution early so that someone else could manage me all the time. So I just get hoarded out.
I had somebody ask me that they said, and he was being funny, but he's like, hey, I keep seeing all these reviews on how good you are. Who writes your reviews?
Who writes?
Do you pay people to do that? I said, no, my boyfriends do it. And he's like, boyfriends plural? I'm like, yeah. Which one do you want to kick your ass? Like, okay.
Well, wait a minute though. When somebody's writing a review for you, though, it's a customer, right? Isn't that usually the case? Like somebody who's been to you?
I don't even know. I never look at reviews. I think they're bullshit.
Well, that's the point, though. You're not right. You don't have somebody. Oh, let me write this. This will give you.
A lot of people write their. No, a lot of people do. A lot of people have people write. No, a lot of people have people write their reviews.
Oh yeah, of course.
I would think it's usually a customer. Though.
No, it's huge. No. Especially now with AI, they can do it. They can write the review without even no one writing it.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were asked to do that at one point, and I said no. Well, I did write myself one very good review, and then I was like, "This is not nice. I can't do this."
So you felt bad. You had a conscience about it, and you're like, "Nah."
I did because. Well, and also I thought it was stupid because the funny thing is with reviews and how much people think they matter, I think most people don't really even read them.
I don't.
I had somebody come in to me the other day, and she said, I read online, you were the one that I read that I should see for reviews. And I tried to book with you a few weeks ago, and my son came to see you, but I couldn't get in. And I was racking my brain, and it hit me halfway through her treatment. I'm like, no, her son booked with the other lady. So I don't even know if she actually was looking at my review.
That's weird.
Maybe she was, but it's just, or maybe it was a booking mishap. Who the fuck knows? But people typically don't. I had one bad review that I know of. And that's when I stopped reading them, because my dog got sick after having an antihistamine shot, and he was having an anaphylactic reaction. And so I had to take him back to the vet and then go home and monitor him. And so I canceled this person that I'd never seen before. Now, first of all, she wasn't paying for her treatment. She won it in an auction. Some kind of, I don't know, whatever benefit we were doing. But she and I called her and I said, I'm so sorry, but I have an emergency with my guide dog. I have to, and she, I was looking forward to my treatment today. I said, I know. I said, I'll comp you your treatment. I even was going to comp her the treatment because I was, feeling bad. And she put out this horrible review, that after I gave her the treatment. And
damn, after you gave her the free treatment?
Yeah.
Like you comped it?
Yeah. And my brother was like, what are you going to say? And I said, I'm not saying shit. I'm not going to justify anybody's bad review. Because the moment you start answering to the bad review,
it makes you look bad.
No, fuck it.
It makes the review look real, Yeah.
So, well, it gives them, and it gives them also another audience to start talking. And I'm like, fuck you and your bad review.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think any. I think I actually read reviews on certain things, but I can understand actually being involved in something to not. Like I don't like plays or anything. Like I put out like music. Like if someone actually reviewed my shit, unless it was good, I don't know if I'd read it. Now that sounds that sounds mean. Like why would you read only good reviews? Because it's something I put passion into, and I want it's not like
I guess I would do it for the entertainment, maybe for the just like, is there anybody talking shit? Just out of curiosity.
No, because the shit talk that you go down a wormhole that's nasty when you go down there. Because it's like
I like reviews for.
What's that?
I like reviews for like products and shit like that.
Right.
Depending
on
anything.
Like, okay, I remember one time, like somebody uploaded some of my music to YouTube. And one guy wrote on there in the comments. I was like, let me just look at the comments, see if anyone's talking shit. And this one guy said something like, "Hey, McDonald's is hiring. They have a sign outside that says cocksucker for hire. That's what this guy should do. He should give up rapping."
Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, no.
I was like, oh, damn. Okay.
Or it's like people that review our YouTube, like that will comment, like that one dude who used to comment on our shit and talk shit about it.
Oh, yeah.
But anybody, if they're commenting on our stuff, it's like, I don't care. I'm not doing it for your reviews. I'm doing it for. But when you're working like that, that's a fucking.
Actually, that was the only time we had bad comments. I think was him. He was like a troll. He was.
We had our own little poor boy troll. It was awesome, man. Like, I wonder. I miss it. Like because when you got.
I'm like, where the fuck is he, man?
When you got haters. He
probably works at McDonald's.
He probably does. You're probably right. He's probably working at McDonald's. They bought that cocksucker for hire that they hired.
Right.
But
he's the cocksucker they hired.
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing to say because you could just fire back, be like, "Well, why don't you apply? What are you hanging out in front of McDonald's for? I don't know."
Yeah, what made you read the sign? Like you looking for cocksucker jobs? Or something?
Like I don't hang out there, but yeah, wow. I don't know. Reviews they're usually by people who are unhappy because okay, unless you have a horrible experience like my Lyft driver. I've never reviewed anybody on Lyft. I reviewed her. I did one other guy round when my dad was dying because he wouldn't take my dog.
Open the trunk guy.
Yeah, he would not take my dog, and I'm like, I got to get to my dad's bedside. He's dying, and I don't care. And so I reviewed him. Yeah. I reviewed him. And and so, but those are the only two people that I've ever done that with on the ride service. I've had bad experiences. I'm like, fuck you. I'm just not going to tip you. And I'll maybe, I'm not even going to lower your 5-star rating or whatever it is. I just don't have time. Right. I don't have time. I just hope I'm not paired with them again. The same thing with restaurants. Other services where I'm like, unless it's egregious, I don't give a bad review because I just don't have fucking time to care about you.
Right, to smash on everybody every time you have bad service. You know what I'm saying? It's like, huh? Okay. So I get it.
And I had a bad experience at the doctor's office last year, and I did say I didn't review him badly actually because I told him to his face. I said, I know you're a student and you're just graduating. Everything you did today is not what you want to do for a patient, and I broke it down for him. I said, here's why. I think you're a very nice person, but blah, 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 blah. And there were certain things. I said, this is not how you want to go about this. I've been in healthcare for 24 years. Trust me, this is not how you want to go. And he'll either take it or he won't. And he's either going to be a good doctor or he's not. And I said, you're a smart person. You're a good person. You're a nice person. But a lot of what you did today is not what you want to do.
So he took it well, apparently, right?
Well, I don't know. No, I think he took it like a robot, and he's probably not going to be a good doctor. But
oh, wow.
That's not my problem. My giving him a bad review isn't going to change that. It's probably never going to read it.
Just remember they're hiring cocksuckers at McDonald's, obviously.
Well, maybe I'll go to McDonald's and I'll be like, I'll have a McDouble. Hey, Charlie.
Well, and during Oktoberfest,
you took my blood pressure. I remember you.
Yeah, a little bit of
weren't you a doctor at one time? Yeah.
A little bit of that secret sauce, motherfucker.
Now I'm serving Jack sauce at Jack in the Box.
What is the secret sauce? Is it just like some kind of mayonnaise-y thing? What is the secret
it's sauce? Like Thousand Island mixed with something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, well, that's like Jack sauce, at Jack in the Box. Like, what is Jack sauce? What the fuck is Jack sauce?
Well,
I'm a little concerned with that.
Yes. They call it Jack sauce, don't they?
Yeah, there is a thing called Jack sauce. I remember I was talking to this guy.
I don't think
Why would they do that, man?
I know.
Are you
Oh,
sure
have
they
some
call it Jack
Oh
sauce?
hell yeah, man! I'll take
I
some
don't
Jack
think they
sauce.
do.
They might though. That would. I don't think
used
they
to.
should.
I'm gonna have
You do.
to Google that shit.
I think in the '90s. I
Jack
think in the '90s they did because I remember I was talking to this guy at California School for the Blind. And I think we were talking about Wendy's and fast food, and he goes, "I'm sorry, but I'm not putting anything near my mouth that's called Jack sauce." And I'm like, Jack sauce, huh? What the fuck?
We don't make it till you order it.
We shake it, then we make it, then they shake it.
We don't make
Jack
it until
stars.
Hmm?
That's fucking funny.
No, no, they cannot call it that.
Jack sauce?
Yeah, I should look
I
it
think
up.
at one
Hold on.
time there was Jack sauce. at
You
some
got to
point.
look that up. You got to
Hold on,
look that
I'm gonna
up.
look that up. Give me a
because
second here.
All right, yeah, look it up. Look up Jack
There's-
sauce. Because I guarantee that was something they used. They may not
Well,
use
maybe
it anymore.
Look up Jack
but they
in the
used it at
Box
one
or
time
something.
for sure. Guaranteed. It was definitely something. They definitely used
Oh.
Jack sauce.
Jack
What?
sauce, Tennessee Bob, and the pepper. Let's see. Jack sauce is a bold, straightforward jalapeno sauce, but it's not from. It's called Tennessee Bob. Let's see.
Tennessee Bob.
Whoa,
Oh,
Tennessee
no.
Bob making Jack sauce.
Oh, Jack Daniels is what it is. Jack Steak sauce.
Oh, it's the Jack
let's,
Steak-
let's try Jack in the Box. So let me. Jack sauce.
Jack in the
Jack
Box.
Oh, I actually like that.
It's
There's
it's
also
even
a fruit
worse.
that's called jackfruit.
It's even worse. It's called
Jackfruit.
Jack. It's called Jack's Secret Sauce.
Oh, Jack Secrets. Oh, God. I don't know, man. I would stay away from that.
Oh,
But it's not actually called Jack sauce. It's just called it's
Jack
called Secret Sauce because it's from Jack in the Box.
Jack Secret sauce. Mm.
yeah,
It's
but
an
still,
empty and
why
bread
would
on your
you-
burger.
Mm.
Ew.
It's gonna be in your box. That's what-
It's Jack sauce on your mattress.
yeah, Jack sauce in your box.
Ugh.
Well, the whole place sounds
While
Jack
McDonald's
in
you're
the
sucking.
box.
Yeah,
you know what
Jack
I'm saying?
sauce in your box while McDonald's are sucking cocks.
Carl's Punyor.
Carl's Jr. I like Carl's Jr.
I like Carl's
I
Punyor
do
too, but
I
Yeah.
do too.
Carl
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. is the shit, man. We
I
don't
love
have
Carl
it out
Jr.
here.
Oh,
like
it's
Carl's
good.
no shit. Really?
We don't have it at least in our vicinity. I think they have it in Dallas, but that's a long
Wow.
way from here.
That's crazy. Okay,
But
yeah,
yeah.
you'd think.
I haven't had Carl's Jr. in like
Had Jack Secret.
Jack
20
sauce in a
years.
while. Hey, we used
I
to
haven't
you know
had
what-
Jack sauce ever. I actually don't like Jack in the Box at all.
Yeah. It's kind of sick though. You have Jack sauce, then go to Carl's Jr. What kind of sick person are you?
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't really like Jack in the Box that much.
And
either.
who the hell's Carl?
Oh, he's
Seriously.
Carl, man. He's Carl. And
Carl
then,
definitely
I
is a
do not
pedo.
then
care.
you see the
Carl
Burger
definitely
King.
is a pedo name. Unless someone's got a family member named Carl, then I apologize.
Carl does some kind of pedo. Carl does
I don't
sound
care
like-
who
Hi,
Carl is.
my name's Carl.
I'm
Hey,
Carl.
I'm Carl. I've got a son. I call him Carl Jr.
Carl sleeps out
No.
in the barn with the little
No,
children.
it just reminds me. It reminds me of Carl Winslow.
Why don't you try the burger? It's a barbecue burger. We call it the Molestern bacon cheeseburger.
Molesting,
The Molestern bacon cheeseburger.
molesting,
Don't
raping
make
cheeseburger.
fun. Don't make fun of Carl.
Sorry, I'll make fun. How about, can I make fun of Wendy?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
make fun of
'Cause
Wendy all day.
Yeah, because the burgers are square and the fries are weird.
But the burgers are square, but she ain't. She's a whore.
There you go.
Man.
Wendy's is weird. Well, because that's just weird. Carl's
Yeah.
Jr. I don't give a shit. Man made some good burgers. You know?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they
I like it. I like the
have
$6
other
$6
things on there.
$6
Bacon
guacamole
cheeseburger.
burger. That
yes,
shit's
they
dope.
did.
That shit's
Oh,
dope.
the bacon. Oh, the bacon.
The
Oh,
Western bacon cheeseburger. The
Yes.
Molestern bacon cheeseburger is the best with the onion rings.
with the
You
crisp cut
you
and the
sound like
crisp
you
cut fries.
hungry.
Crisp fries are good.
Yes.
Yeah, the crisp fries are good.
I like their don't tell your mom burger, which is great. You know.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Don't tell your mom we slept in the same bed.
Yeah,
You
it was-
know.
it was-
You know, you guys are being mean to Carl.
It's called it's the famous scar. Burger.
famous
I don't.
Scar.
I
You're
don't
You're emotionally
appreciate it.
scarred as you're going.
You guys You guys are actually being mean to me because I can't even fucking go enjoy one.
Well, they're being terrible.
I could order one right now.
Yeah, I could too. I'd be like, hey man, I want to get a famous scar or the $6 guacamole burger.
We'll pick on Wendy though, because Wendy's has bad. Wendy has bad buns.
The Baconator. The Baconator's good with Wendy's.
Yeah, the Baconator is like the only good burger.
The pretzel bun is good.
Oh, which one has the pretzel bun now?
The Baconator has a pretzel bun now too. They all have them.
Oh shit!
I
I haven't had a
know they did
Baconator in a
pretzel
long
buns.
time.
No, Wendy's has some decent stuff, but they're just so expensive. It's like $12 for a Baconator.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. Food's like fast food is disgusting now in terms of its prices. Like really bad. Like holy shit.
It's not reasonable anymore, and
it's
that
not
was
fast
the
food
whole
anymore.
point.
Yeah, the whole point used to be cheap. Like Big Macs are like $6.50.
Wow.
It's like
It used to be
They used to be
cheap
99
and it used to be
cents.
fast.
yeah, and it used to
And
be
now it's not.
better. It used to
Either
taste
one.
better too, and
Yeah.
bigger too.
$3.
You said bigger portions too.
Yep. They're cutting
Mhm.
it back now.
I always go back to
back in the
grandma.
day.
I always go back to grandma's cookies about getting old.
Grandma's
Grandma's cookies used to be bigger, and then they used to be less expensive. Now they got more expensive and they're smaller.
I haven't.
So it's
Are
like-
you still? You buy those now?
Yeah, you remember the grandma's cookies, and at the store you used to get, the ones like the ones. In the
I remember those Nutter Butters you used to get. You dip them in ice cream. Remember we did that shit when we were roommates. The Nutter Butters. That did not sound good. Hey, man, remember we used to dip the Nutter Butters in ice cream when we were roommates?
Why don't we go to a song and then come back?
All right, yeah, let's do that because
No,
I
I
got
don't
get some more
we
beer.
need to leave this right now.
Yeah, he's got. Why don't we just change the subject now? The song's called "Goodbye Again." It's a sad one.
Bye again. Okay. All right.
And it's so just back to you. Anyways, we'll be back on this fucking whatever the hell this show's called. Later,
Yeah.
bitches.
We both see the writing on the wall. We both know this could be the last call. One more time, we've done this all before, and every time it hurts a little more. It don't feel right for this to end, so we keep saying goodbye again. And it don't feel right to still pretend, but we keep saying goodbye again. So we wait, there's nothing more to do, as I face living without you. Part of me will never give up hope. Part of me needs to let you go. It don't feel right for this to end, so we keep saying goodbye again. And it don't feel right to still pretend, so we keep saying goodbye again. Again.
Wow. We almost said goodbye again to Louie Loke there. He almost choked on his own tongue or something, whatever. He's laughing his ass off. We're having
You guys
a
were
good
laughing
time.
about some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. When
That was goodbye again, and we're back here. So yeah, so we're laughing about a bunch of shit, talking about prices changing, like how soda pop, even the name,
Soda pop.
Mr. Soda Pop.
ginger ale costs
Pinsky.
$8.50.
Down at the soda fountain.
Down at the general store.
You
12
get
pack of
my
soda.
malted milk.
Malted milk. Damn.
My Ovaltine, yeah, I used to.
Ovaltine.
Yeah, but like a 12-pack of soda costs $8.50 now. Anyways, it's been a 2000. Let's get back to something that because it is our last or beginning, whatever the hell you want to call us. Whenever you listen to this,
It's a calendar.
2023.
Yeah.
2023 was what was you? If you guys could summarize 2023 in one word, what
I
would
already
your
have.
word be? I know what yours is. What is yours, Max?
You know mine. Buttfuckulous.
Buttfuckulous. Okay, that's a good one for you. Koala, if you could define 2023 with one word, what would it be?
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good word. Works.
No, I think I'd say roller coaster, but I'd say that about every year. I don't think there's a good year and a bad year. I don't believe
All right.
it.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense. What about
Louie,
you?
what
Louie
would
Loke?
yours? What would your word be?
Trying, like trial, like trying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, man? Cruise control.
It was a little bit of a patience tester this year.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt.
My word would be, and it's it's transformative.
Okay.
Like went through a lot of shit. Yeah, transformative, definitely a transformative year, like just completely like change. Just fuck, man. Yeah,
More
like
than
just
meets
everything.
the blind eye.
And it's gonna be crazy in this year. Okay, so now let's talk about let's do something more exciting because we can bitch about this year all we want. We have a record of this year throughout the last 12 months of how a lot of things have gone. Considering if we go back and listen to these shows, I bet you just like, wow, in February I was talking about this and
this was going on or that was going on.
Just thinking about that. We actually have a record.
Anybody watching the shows should just do that, right?
Yeah, just go back and listen to our shows from
like
the
beginning of
previous
this year
or even before.
Yeah,
we've been doing this.
Just fucking like and subscribe,
Like, subscribe, comment, do all the bullshit.
We've been doing this for almost 2 years now, guys. Like when did we start doing this?
That's
January 2022.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's almost
that's crazy.
Well, it's kind of weird because at first, remember we had split shows. We did like we did the shrink wrap with Louie Loke.
Yeah.
And it was just the three of us. And then we do the drink wrap with Koala.
Yeah.
And that'd be the three of us. Then we decided let's put them all together. I think it might be dope.
And it was like peanut butter and jelly, man.
It was
like chocolate and peanut butter. It was like
butter.
peanut butter and honey because peanut butter goes with anything. So
sure, exactly. And even Jack.
So which one of us is peanut butter and which one of us?
There's four.
Well, there's four of us. There's peanut butter, jelly, chocolate, and honey.
Okay. All right.
That'll work.
I don't know. And you're honey because you're a sweet little girl.
Honey.
Okay. All right.
I'm kind of peanut butter. I guess I'd stick to your ribs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Who's the peanut butter? Who would be the peanut butter? What would you be? We're all being stupid. What word would you describe the world? If you were a color, what color would you be?
If you were a part of the sandwich, what?
So what we'd be the bread, Max and I, since we're the we'd be the bread. We'd be very wry.
Well, sometimes I'm a sourdough.
Oh,
that's
God. Okay.
What are you talking about? That was funny.
Oh, Jesus.
You could be whole wheat. You wouldn't be like Wonder Bread. You wouldn't be Wonder Bread because
no, definitely
there's
not.
no body to that.
I couldn't be whole wheat either, actually, because that's too healthy.
It's gritty. It's gritty.
Gritty. Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
true.
And he's not brown enough.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's
Maybe sourdough is good for you.
So, what would you guys say? What would you guys say about 2020? Do you have any? Do you guys do predictions about the? And I know we don't do resolutions because we're all like resolutions are a bunch of bullshit. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
so,
that's total shit. If you're gonna do a resolution, I was gonna say if you're gonna resolute. Oh my god!
I
If you're going
resoluted to doing
resolute,
this.
oh, God,
Wow,
just
if
do
you
it.
don't resolute,
You don't resolute, you might as well, I don't know.
No, but usually if something
you might as
means
well salute.
Might as well
Yes.
salute. Resolute.
don't resolute, might as well. But if you're going to have a goal, if you don't do it, you're probably not going to do it. And
Right.
so waiting for like New Year's, I think is bullshit because most people, I worked in health clubs for years. Everybody has, it's the busiest time of year is New Year's. Everybody joins.
Right.
Everybody fucks themselves up because they're all ready to just work the shit out of themselves and do everything. They get sore. They do it the wrong way. They quit by March.
That's interesting. So they're like,
Yeah, they
oh,
do every year.
this-
Every year.
this just makes me hurt too bad. I can't do it anymore or something.
Well, because they do it wrong. Because they're like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 20 days or whatever
yeah.
Right.
resolution they have, which is stupid. And then they end up leaving by March. Or I'm going to learn a language. I'm going to, just no. I don't
Resolution is a cheap dopamine hit because you actually get the same amount of dopamine that you would from actually doing it by saying you're going to do it. Because if you say, especially if you say to somebody else like, "Oh, I'm going to do this," it's like, yeah, you feel it, and you're like, yeah, so I'm going to be resolution, do things.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Well, it's like, and this is another thing I would advise people not to do. Don't ever say this year's gonna be my year, because usually I know somebody did that, and that was like the shittiest year of their life. So yeah, don't do that. Don't make that early prediction bullshit.
Because it's going to be a year. Like I think you have the great the best way of looking at it. But Koala is that it's like I said, it's just going to be a year, and it's going to have good things and bad things. But then again, some years do have
more so
than others. But but you don't know beforehand, so you can't really make the decision. I guess
not that early. No, you can't really say. Oh
no, and it's going to be ups and downs, and sometimes maybe the best part of your year is going to bleed into the next year. So you can't put it on a calendar.
That's true.
You can just put what is the best life event that happens. And I don't like the whole calendarizing thing because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's good for classifying just times, because I think that's one of the beauties of being once you basically, because time doesn't even exist. It's all a human construct anyways.
Yeah, well, it's the looking back too. Like now we can say without a doubt, okay, this year was pretty buttfuckulous, but that's because we lived through it. The 12 months. But you can't make those early predictions. Say come January or February, it's been a shitty year so far or something. Well, okay, maybe it's gonna get better.
I think, but I wonder what you guys think of like the world, because the world seems like it's going bad shit. That's one of the songs that I'm working on now is the world going fucking batshit because the world is losing. I think we're at a precipice. I think we're at a crossroads as a species. I just feel something in my. I don't know if you guys feel that, like this feeling of just it's almost like a storm, like the storm is brewing or something like that. Like something like my gut tells me like shit's getting crazier and crazier, and it's gonna really be pushed into it every year. It gets more. It seems like the world just kind of gets more unhinged.
It is, but sometimes I don't know, man. I think it balances out. Like there's some things that are getting pretty fucked up, but people have said that for a while, man. Remember as far back as 2010.
I think it's our perspective too. Like as we get older, we see more shit, and we're like, yeah, it wasn't as good as the good old days, or whatever the fuck we say,
Right? Yeah.
Just like older people will say, oh, back in the 50s and shit, we did this and all that, and it's like, yeah, maybe that was better than how it is now. I don't know,
Right.
And I think we just, we see it from our own perspective, and it's like, well, if you compare, I don't know, maybe we glamorize it a little bit, but like back in the 80s and 90s when we all grew up, it's like, I don't know, that was the shit time. That was awesome. That was some good shit.
Yeah. Sure.
And now compared to that, now you compare to stuff that's going on now, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah,
the world's gone topsy-turvy.
But think there were things that we bitched about back then too. You know what I'm saying? Back in those 80s and 90s that we thought were so great. There were
things we didn't know about. There were things that like from a cop's perspective, probably a terrible era because that's when crack came out, right?
True.
So,
True that.
you know, you.
Yeah, and that's when this came out.
Yeah. Ah, damn it! Ah, ah.
Some things
Oh,
will
yeah.
never change, kids.
Some things will never change.
Oh, you're not supposed to make me laugh.
Okay, I'll stop now. I'll stop now.
So you didn't know that rule, Louie Loke, that you weren't supposed to make her laugh. That's what she said. You're not
Well, it's
supposed
only
to.
because of the cold. It's just making me like cough. Go. Oh,
So
son of a bitch.
I don't know. It's all perspective, I guess. I mean, yeah, things are getting crazier and whatever, but people always say that too. Like, oh man, shit's getting. Well, they were saying that years ago too. That things are getting crazier. Just what it is.
Well, it's always going to be. It's
course.
always going to be. But there are things that are getting crazier.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
So, we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
No, we don't. No, I just think
Yes, we do.
No, actually, we definitely do. It's just like I said, for me, it's a feeling, but also just like how we're society. It's just, I've talked about it a lot, but society is just not keeping up with technology. Our mind just can't grasp what we're absorbing all the time. All the information we're absorbing all at once, all the time. I don't think we're capable of really understanding what it's doing to us yet.
Right. Right.
And I think we're kind of hitting that point where it's really starting to show, like, holy shit, people are fucking crazy. Doing just like attention is basically everything now. Like attention is like the biggest fucking thing, and if you more than anything else, doesn't matter what kind of attention it is. It's the most important thing to most people in our society right now. It's like almost currency. It's like who has the most attention. So I can shit on a wall, and write my name on the wall with my own shit, and and then like smear it over myself, and then I get the attention, and it's just as good as like winning the Nobel Prize. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like,
hey, this is the guy that shit on himself. That's great. It's
like we're so self-absorbed, and I think people are just taking. I just think a lot. I'm a conspiracy theorist, whatever you want to call it, but man, I think shit's gonna get really wild over the next couple of years, like to the point where we have no idea what the fuck with AI and everything else. And
I think too, when it comes to technology or whatever, I think we think that maybe our old school years were better because half the time we didn't know about stuff until later.
True.
Now we have access to it immediately.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. You'll get a notification.
We know what's going on in China immediately if we want to.
Yes.
Yep. You have those notifications, and it's all set for you. So, you know what? I think we should take it back to a simpler time. I got an idea, Cruise Control. Remember how we'd always look up like the countdowns and all that? That's what we've been doing lately. I think we should look at like the end of the year. They do the top 100 countdowns.
Oh, so top 100 for what year? 1983.
Let's pick 93. Since 93? That was like that's when I graduated. And that was what 30 years ago. So. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So let's go here.
Top 100. You know what, guys? I'm gonna actually have to call it a night because my cold is kicking my ass. So.
Okay.
I hate to do it.
No worries.
Enjoying it.
We hope you feel better. You
definitely.
Go ahead and relax. I can hear it in your voice. And thanks for joining us. Happy New Year, Koala.
Joined us at
Happy
all.
New Year.
Cool.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll see you next year.
Happy New Year.
All right,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
He's trying to send you out with some music.
I think she's already gone.
I think so. I think.
Ah, man.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there she's there. Okay.
On that point, I knew you had to do that. All right, Koala. We'll see you next year.
All right. I'm trying to get my phone into where I can get rid of you guys, and it's not letting me do it. Hang on.
It's keeping you in here, keeping you locked in. That's just the way I do it.
It's just the way it is. Well, the blonde girl was at a car that she tried to drive away while her hand was on the door frame.
Oh shit! All she wanted to do was keep her safe.
It's all about safety nowadays, because that's where we go.
All right, guys. Well, if she's here, that's cool. If not, well, let's get on the. Let's do the top 20. We'll make this quick, and then we'll wrap up ourselves.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right,
plan.
Yeah.
All right. So number 20 for the 1993's top 100 top singles of end of your hot 100 singles of 1993. Number 20 is it's a song by a three-letter group. I'll say that. It's I'm So Into You by SWV. Do you remember that song?
Oh,
SWV.
I do remember them. Sisters with Voice.
I think it's Weak at the Knees.
Is it Weak? I'm so weak in the knees.
Oh, there you go.
I think it is.
I thought it was called Weak. I thought that song was called Weak.
Maybe it is. I'm actually gonna look it up, but
okay.
I'll try to sing it
I
for you
get
guys.
so weak in the knees, I can barely speak. I lose all control. Knocks me right off.
You're right. It might be Weak in the Knees. Let me see.
I thought it was called Weak, just Weak, but maybe.
It probably is. It's probably not even the same song.
They were big, but I remember that being their big hit. But who knows?
Yeah,
maybe
that was their hit.
Because I remember that was summer of '93, from what I remember.
Let's see if that's it. Let's see. I'm just gonna play it here. Let's see. Hold on. I know. I'm just gonna go to the chorus.
Okay.
Oh no! It's I'm so into you. Remember that
oh
one?
yeah.
Okay. God damn. That one wasn't as memorable for me.
Of course. No, we can. That's a different one. The other one. Okay, next one is a Janet Jackson song.
Oh wait. Let's see. That's the Way Love Goes, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Wow.
Oh wow. Kind of shocks me.
It's
some kind of poetic justice.
Actually,
track.
Yeah. It's a song. It's called If you guys remember If.
If I don't know if I remember that one.
Nah.
Doesn't stand out for me.
That one.
I just remember That's the Way Love Goes. That's the one I thought.
Let's see if
sure.
I'm looking this up too.
That shit was banging. Remember that? Go deeper, baby, deeper.
Yeah, my wife listens to that all the time.
That's the shit. That's a great song. Like a moth to the flame, whatever, something to the fire.
Something desire.
Yeah,
something
my
desire.
love is blind. Can't you feel my desire? That's the way love goes.
My love is, did you say my love is blind?
That's what she says, right?
It's If is the it goes like dun 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 dun. It's like a.
I'd probably know it if I heard it.
Okay, that next one is a song from a Disney movie.
Oh, not Beauty and the Beast, is it?
No, that's a little earlier. This one is
some Lion King, Circle of Life.
Nope, Lion King is 94. This is
New World.
Okay. Peebo Bryson and
Regina
Bell. Yeah,
that's right. Okay, that's right.
Number 17 is Robin S. Show Me Love.
I don't remember that
one.
You
got to show me love.
You remember that one?
Is that it?
I don't remember that, dude.
Let me see if that's it. It's probably it. It's probably.
My ex-wife used to jam the hell out of that shit. So I know that song.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I have I do not know that song at all.
That's Robin S. Yep.
Robin S.
It goes bum 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 bum.
Yeah, it has the it goes do 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 do. You'd hear if you knew it, you'd hear it.
Yeah, I probably would. Okay, I know this. It has a house feeling. Huh?
Yeah, numbers. Oh, yeah. So that's when that music really was going. Like
that's true.
TNC Music Factory and all that kind of. Number 16 is Deuce.
Oh, come on, baby, Daisy Dukes.
Deuce. Yep.
All them girls with the Daisy Dukes song. Yep.
Like I said, that was
my man Steve Rowland. Whoever the hell Steve Rowland was.
I don't even know who Steve Rowland is. But I guess
is Jodeci Lately was number 15.
Oh, okay, Jodeci. I remember Jodeci. Yep.
But I don't remember the song Lately. I'm sure I remember it. But next song is number 14 is H Town.
Oh, knocking
Somebody
the boots.
going knocking
Knocking
the boots.
Yeah, that's a good song. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And number 13, I think is Jade. Don't walk away.
Oh, don't
walk
away,
boy.
Great song. Great
Yeah,
song.
that was a great song. It was a good song. Yep.
Love won't hurt you.
That's right. I remember them.
Yeah, and then Boys to Men with their shitty In the Still of the Night. Fucking
in the still of the night.
Oh, boo.
Next is a song that we made a word up called "Ain't Nothing Like a Sleeping Baby."
Oh, G thing.
No, it was Nothing But a G Thing. Number 11. Dr. Dre was number 11 biggest sucker. That was when rap really broke through.
Then. Rap was huge,
Dre.
obviously. You know.
Yep. And then actually
you
number
say
10.
Sleeping
10,
baby.
Oh,
that's a.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Let's not. Yeah. Let's.
We'll
let that one go.
We'll tell that later.
Let's see.
Ain't nothing but a sleeping baby.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to go there. But the next one was Snow.
Oh, Informer?
Yeah, number 10.
That was a horrible song, too.
I know. I can't say hate that. I hate that song.
I still hate that song.
Chicken boom boom bang.
Yes.
A slurry of rap songs.
No. Listen to this. Because I had a friend of mine at the time who was Jamaican.
Uh-huh.
And I said, what is he fucking saying? And he said, well, I know there's one little piece he says licky boom boom down, which means he's licking her pussy. I was like, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this song's all right.
So that's funny because I thought it was about, Informer, like you're being a snitch or something. So how's it coming with licking pussy?
I think his name is Informer.
I thought
that's the name of the dude.
I think the song is called.
I don't know.
The song's called Informer.
Well, all I know is it says licky boom boom down, and I was like, "What's licky boom boom down mean?" And he's like, "Licking her pussy." I was like, "Really?" Well, alrighty then.
Well, that's And the fact it got on the radio, I guess All right, what are we at? Number 9.
Next up is another shitty song by Rex in Effects.
Oh, zoom zoom
Rex
boom,
in Effects.
boom boom.
Rump shaker.
Just shake your rump.
Rump shaker.
All I want to do is zoom zoom zoom.
God, that song was
boom.
Now that was actually a good song because I saw some booty shaking.
Yeah.
For some ass shaking, I guess so. Yeah, if you're gonna watch some asses.
Next is a Mariah Carey song.
Was it Dream Lover?
Yes, it was Dream Lover, which is actually a all right song.
That was
Which
okay.
one's Dream Lover?
Dream Lover, come and rescue me. Yeah, she whistles in that song.
Oh, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. I thought she whistled in the song too. But you know what she does?
That's her
That's
voice?
her high.
Yeah.
That's her high register.
Holy shit.
That's her.
Yep.
She can get that high. She can get that high, and it sounds.
I swear to God, I thought she was whistling.
So did I.
Wow.
So did I. And my wife is a big Mariah Carey fan, and she's the one who pointed it out. She goes, "No, she's singing that." I'm like,
"Oh, hell
let me
no.
hear it again."
Yep.
And she was singing it, and that's why her voice is fucked up now. I think.
Yep.
Is because
Right.
she hit those high registers like that. Like,
That used to be her trademark. Remember? That was like her thing.
I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I just want to release favorite things about her was when she got that high. I was like, the voice sounded great besides that.
Like you didn't have to go there.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Like that sweet emotion or whatever.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got me feeling emotions. I like that song.
That one. But see, it goes that part where it goes that she's
Yeah,
not
that's
whistling,
unnecessary.
she's fucking singing.
Right.
She's fucking singing right there.
That part I know. I've heard that before. I've heard it do,
Yep.
But
So
Yeah.
number 7 is Shy with If I Ever Fall in Love.
oh, if I fall in love, I'll be sure that the lady
That the
is my
lady
friend.
is a friend.
Yep. Okay, I
Was
remember
that
that song.
one?
Do that. Hey.
Hold on, I have to hear it.
You'll know as soon as you hear it, dude. It was huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
They had 2 versions. They had like an a cappella version and they had the musical version.
Yeah.
I I'm gonna show that the lady is my
Sure,
friend.
not the lady is a friend. If I God, that was everywhere. God,
Remember
wasn't
that
it?
song? Yeah, it was huge.
Now it's
Yeah,
now
it was.
that was
Yeah.
because
You
this is
guys
when
made me want to go check out maybe some 90s fucking like Let's Chill.
let's chill. Then number 6 is Weak with SWV.
Oh,
So you
that
got
was
that.
okay.
Yeah.
That was weak. Okay.
Oh, so there you go.
I knew
There
it
you
had
go.
to be in there somewhere because that song was huge.
Next is Silk with Freak Me.
Oh, I want to
Freak
get
me, baby.
freaky with you.
With you.
Let me lick you up and
I thought it
down.
was 92,
Till
but I
you
guess not, huh?
say stop. It could have been like beginning of 93 and
I
92.
thought because I thought at camp in 92 we were singing that shit for some reason. I don't know why.
Make you
So-
feel. That's definitely that song. I want to get freaky. With
I think
you.
so. Freaky is by Silk. I think.
Let's see. Let's just make sure because I don't want to.
Let me lick
That's
you
Silk.
up and down. Do
I
you
used to sing that
say
song all the
stop?
time. Let me play with your money, baby.
Yeah, that was. I think so. I think that was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Silk.
Yep.
Silk.
He's looking it up though, just to verify.
Down. Yep. Let me just think about that. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very suggestive lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people had some problems with that
Yeah.
at the time.
Same as Licky Boom Boom Down.
Yeah, that's true. That is the version of Licky Boom Boom Down.
Yep.
You know?
That's next was another one you guys mentioned by Janet Jackson. That's number
That's
4
the
is
way
That's
love
the way
goes
love
is
goes.
there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there
You know
you
what's
go.
got to be in there somewhere is Tag Team.
That's
there
number
it is.
That's number 2. Whoop, there it is.
Oh,
Whoop,
okay.
there it
I knew that
is.
had to be in there somewhere because
That was
God,
number
that's
2.
Yep. Number 2 and the hot one. This seems like it's like like a hot one. I don't know. There's no rock at all on this list, but
that's interesting. It's all R&B
Oh,
and
no.
shit. It's kind of weird.
like Ordinary. That's a little bit
That's
later.
true.
Like
There was no
Ordinary
Toad the Wet
World.
Sprocket or
Ordinary World was 34.
Duran Duran. Yep.
Yeah. So like but anyway, number let's see, number 3 was a terrible song by a group that we talked about the other night that we don't like. Can help falling in love.
Oh God, UB40.
Uh,
Yes, UB40.
Fucking horrible.
I can't stand UB40.
And is that the
Yeah.
one? Is that the song that was number
Yes,
3?
yes.
God, that's a garbage song, dude. How the fuck did that end
yeah,
up there?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
And there's
Next.
one that we got 2 Whoop is Whoop, there it is, and the number 1 song of 1993. You have to know this one.
Number 1.
It was everywhere, and we talked about this song too, I think, the other night. But it was a Whitney Houston song.
No, not I Will Always Love
Of
You.
course.
That was 92, man, wasn't it? Wasn't that
I thought it was
92?
92 also.
It was the biggest song in 93 as well.
It must have carried over into 93. It's
Because
like,
it did. It was a
must
massive
have.
song.
it was the music COVID, I guess, is what it was.
Yeah, it was
Sure.
everywhere.
Musical
It was
COVID. It just
goddamn everywhere.
spread everywhere and was just we couldn't get rid of it.
Awful.
And it's not even the original song. I've heard the original.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
by Dolly Parton. Yep. So
There was
the Dolly
another.
Parton one. Yeah.
There is, but I'll find out the song that Air Supply or that they did originally that
Oh,
Celine
yeah.
Dion redid because I
Yeah,
heard that
I want
shit
to know
and
what that
I was
one is.
like, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I think it may be?
Isn't Air Supply Sister Christian?
That's
Isn't
not
that
Air
them?
Supply.
Ranger.
No?
That's Night Ranger. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Night Ranger. No, this is Air Supply does I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I need you. Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
That's Air
Oh,
Supply.
Gotcha.
God. Yeah.
But no, they did. You know what I think? I think it may be I'm Your Lady. I think is what they redid.
I'm your lady.
You are my man, but they changed the lyrics around. You
Yeah,
are
you're
my
my-
Right.
lady, and I am your man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they did that version. So it's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Lovely. You learn something new every day. Well, folks, it is
Yeah.
New Year's. This Happy New Year's, everybody. Enjoy your holidays. Hope you had a great end of the year, and your next year is great for everyone out there.
Yeah,
We're gonna
fuckers.
wrap this up with a song that really means a lot in January. It's called May, and it's a
You
upbeat.
may not understand it right away,
Yeah,
but you
it's
know,
it's an upbeat song, a poppy song, bouncy, but it's
Still a
also
good song.
Yeah, it's also just about bring the hopeful times of when it gets warmer, and it'll soon get warmer for you all out there. Anyways, it's just getting warm for me because I just farted. It's wafting right in my face.
Ooh. You'll just breathe to smell your own farts. Be like,
it's beautiful.
yeah.
I've been doing that all night. Smelling my own farts. That's what we've all been doing. That's why we're on this damn thing, to smell our own farts. Right, anyways, exactly. Let's wrap this up here. This has been the Drunken Sacred Drink Wrap. What the fuck this is called? I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I'm Louie Loke.
And that's the story.
Damn, that sucked. All right, on that note, fuck it.
Oh, here's May, motherfuckers. Fuck you.
See ya.
Into the morning warmth to catch the flowers blooming on the trees. I take a deep breath of the scent of hope that carries to me on the breeze. No more rain, the sky is bright and clear. I'm so grateful to be standing here. Soak it all in, it's overcoming me. The world is woken up because it's finally here. Something amazing has begun. 'Cause it's here. I cannot wait for what's to come. Water cools me from the heat of the sunlight dancing on the waves. The sound of songbirds fills my ears and speaks to me of better days. Here's to golden days and starry nights, and knowing everything is gonna be alright. Soak it all in, it's overcoming me. The world is woken up because it's finally. I step into the morning warmth to catch the flowers blooming on the trees. The water cools me from the heat of the sunlight dancing on